Andran for the NCC championship right there, and it was 19-3. And it's interesting, I was just sort of looking at this. Each of these teams, Lowell has 8 wins of 14 or more points. Hobart has 7 games of wins or more than 14 points. And both of these teams have, and their wins, they're scoring over 40 points. Right. So a lot of blowouts on both of these teams' schedules. But the close games again was this matchup right here against Andran, and that was for Hobart or Lowell, and for Hobart was their first game against Chesterton, 20-3, and then of course their 2 losses. And the other game that was sort of close was their win against Hammond Morton, 29-18. So you look at these teams, not very many close games except for against each other and against Andran.
Yeah, back in week 6, the Red Devils with the walk-off field goal here at the Brickyard, 20-17. That was their first win at Hobart, on the road at Hobart since 2017. First win in the series since 21. So trying to pick up 2 wins in the same season against the Brickies, and so I think for Hobart too, they have revenge on the mind and trying to defend their home field.
Yeah, definitely. And to come in here and win 2 times in one season, that is a tall chore. And I'm sure both of these coaches went through and reviewed that game, trying to find some tendencies. Now, do they go away from these tendencies, or do they stay as who they are, is going to be an interesting question as this game develops, Leo.
And you certainly think for any team that's hoping to go on a postseason run, development happens between week 6 and now the sectional championship.
Yes.
So we'll see what new installs there are, any tricks up the sleeves that the coaches have, and it should be a fun one this evening.
Oh, it's going to be a great one. We're glad you're here with us. You got the full moon or 3/4 moon going on tonight, and also you got a happy Veterans Day next week for all the veterans out there. Thanks for your service. We are very proud of you.
As we are getting closer to kickoff, we will step aside. When we return, we will take a look at the home team, the Brickies of Hobart. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armour Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armour Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
Ava, let's go.
Try it on.
The shortest distance between 2 people is a smile. That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Strack at Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support region schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, the newly renovated Hampton Inn is within walking distance to over 30 restaurants and attractions, including Lucas Oilfield and Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a fitness center. Why wait? Make your reservations today. Call 317-261-1200 or make them on the web at hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Agency in Hobart has been needed services to families of Northwest Indiana. Since opening their doors in Hobart in 1967, the agency has been providing sound advice to their clients. When you stop in, Dave, Bob, and Mike, along with a friendly and skilled staff, will treat you with personal attention. Located at 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart, Bud Agency is open Monday through Friday 9 to 4. Give them a call at 942-1028. Bud Agency, your local trusted source for quality service.
Welcome back as Armour Construction presents RSN game night coverage of the IHSAA State Football Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. Armour Construction 219-987-2023. So when you take a look at the Hobart Brickies, 9-2 on the year, 4-2 against Northwest Crossroads Conference, 5-1 here at the Brickyard. Their one loss to tonight's opponent, the Red Devils of Lowell. 415 points, 436 points allowed. They have won their last 5, including 2 convincing postseason wins, 50-14 against New Prairie and 43-6 at Kankakee Valley. Jay, when we look at this Hobart team, this is a team that offensively can create offense in a lot of different ways and generates a lot of pressure defensively.
Yeah, definitely, and it starts all with Max Pickett, 137 carries on the season, 880 yards, 14 touchdowns. He is the go-to guy for the Brickies, and I was here a couple weeks ago when they annihilated the New Prairie team, and it was just a physical dominance up front, great offensive line. I think the offensive line was the blue-collar players of the game, and they just did a great job dominating the time of possession and also just getting physical and just getting great pushes up front. And then they did a great job protecting the quarterback. And you look at the quarterback, Alex Tatum, 90 for 164, 1,486 yards, 17 TDs, 7 interceptions. Great touchdown to interception ratio.
And what's maybe frightening about this Hobart team is when you look at the offense, a lot of players are juniors. A lot of them got those reps last year as underclassmen, so this is a group that's continuing to develop and seemingly getting better each week. Pickett, one of those players that burst onto the scene last year. They had a couple different running backs. Now he's taken over as the main feature back. So this is a offense that has played a lot of football together and has really been firing on all cylinders this season.
And then you look at Tatum as a runner too, 105 carries, 684 yards, 11 TDs. So through the air, 17, and on the ground, 11, so 28 total touchdowns. And his number one target is Bryce Tolliver, 36 catches, 603 yards, 5 TDs on the season. Again, you're talking about underclassmen. He's a junior, as well as Stephen Miller. 24 catches, 455 yards, 5 TDs as well. Well, they're gonna have a lot of fun next year as well.
And they get creative with how they use their H-backs and tight ends with Aiden Cash and Logan Peters, both taking some carries out of the backfield, and Nathan Sobczynski routes out the offensive group. Defensively for the Brickies, they have Peters contributing on that defensive line as well as Cash playing the corners at defensive end, and then that defensive backfield with Tolliver, Miller, and Sobczynski trying to patrol the secondary and force some turnovers. But they'll have their work cut out for them against a Lowell team that really likes to run the ball.
Yes, they do, and it all goes around with Timothy James, 145 carries, 1,285 yards, 18 TDs on the ground for James.
So the Lowell Red Devils 9-2 on the year, 5-1 in conference play, 5-0 on the road. They have won their last 2, including postseason wins, 56-21 against Hanover Central and a 35-0 shutout at East Chicago Central. So the Red Devils, you mentioned James. It seems like every team in the region seemingly has a strong dominant running back, and James is no exception to that, getting it done as a sophomore. Only had one carry last week. It was Lincoln Schneider who picked up some of the carries, as well as Kalwinski, the quarterback. So we'll see what kind of look this Lowell offense has. As in a lopsided win against East Chicago, you could kind of afford to maybe not give him as much carries.
Yeah, we heard through the grapevine that James had some ankle issues, so he was put on the back burners, so to speak, and got a week off, so that's good for him. And then you also talk about the quarterback for Lowell, Kalwinski, Brody. He had 58 completions, 115 attempts, 1,185 yards, and 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and again a nice touchdown to interception ratio with his feet. 115 carries, 910 yards, 14 touchdowns. So both of these quarterbacks, a lot of the offense goes through both their arms and their feet.
And that was kind of the story of the when these two teams met in Week 6. It was not exactly an offensive showcase, as Kalwinski led the way with 79 yards from scrimmage. It was more you had to earn every yard. It was a defensive battle. So that helps when you have both teams have a quarterback that could use his cleats and get himself out of trouble.
Yeah, and both of these quarterbacks are very mobile, so if they do get in trouble, they can, scramble and get out of there and do some damage if they don't have a spy on them in terms of coverage in the backfield.
And now the Brickies get ready to take the field in front of their home fans. The cowbells are out here at the Brickyard as these home fans look to cheer on their team in this sectional championship between conference rivals.
What the people at the doors didn't ban the cowbells? There's supposed to be no cowbells out here.
They must have snuck them in.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, and that's awesome. I love it. Get these fans involved, get them excited, and the Bricky side is filling up very nicely as they come out from under the tunnel onto the field. And at the same time, Lowell to the left-hand side is coming out onto the field. This is going to be a fun one, Leo.
We thank you for joining us. However, you are accessing this broadcast. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, we'll have just audio for you. And if you're joining us on the IHSAA Champions Network, you can find the video there. But it should be a good one here between the Brickies and Red Devils. Hobart trying to defend their home field. If you are in the area on your way to the game, the Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, it's starting to feel like November outside as it's 53 degrees with temperatures expected to drop to the high 40s later this evening. There's no chance for rain. That will hold off until tomorrow and Sunday.
So I think the rain's going to turn into snow on Sunday, isn't it?
I believe so. I think that's on Monday as okay. I was looking pregame, but there is snow in the near future, which should be fun to practice in for whichever team gets the win tonight. But that's the Friday night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. As the captains head out to midfield for the coin toss, Hobart dressed in gold helmets with purple face masks, yellow jerseys with purple numbers, purple pants with some yellow pattern along the side. Lowell wearing black helmets with black face masks, white jerseys with red stripes on the sleeves, red numbers, and black pants complete the outfit.
We were talking in the pregame a little bit, Leo. We were talking about this Hobart defensive front as well, how dominant they were the last couple weeks ago when I was here against New Prairie, and you look at Ethan Abrego, 6'1", 320 pounds. That's going to clog up the middle. That could cause some issues up front for the Lowell Red Devils. They're going to have to maybe possibly isolate him with 2 men on him to try and move the pile, so to speak.
And that's worth mentioning, too. In the Week 6 matchup, Lowell had 3 turnovers and still won the game, so that is hard to overcome. They were able to do so against what's been an aggressive Hobart defense. As we get the results of the coin toss, getting ready to find which team we will see on the field with the ball first. Both captains return to their sidelines as we are ready for football here at the Brickyard.
Yeah, and on paper, this is something else we were talking about. On paper, you look at these two teams, points per game, Lowell averaging 34, Hobart averaging 37 defensively. Lowell is giving up 15, and Hobart giving up 12. Pretty evenly matched in terms of points scored and points against.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So, great atmosphere here for postseason football, as we'll see the Brickies setting up to the left-hand side of our view to return this kick. And we'll see the Red Devils looking to drive it deep. Dylan Biashi, the player who had the go-ahead or the game-winning field goal last time out, will look to drive this one deep. To return it for the Brickies will be Bryce Tolliver and Nathan Subchinski. So, barring anything unforeseen on the kickoff, we will see the Hobart Bricky offense led by Alex Tatum at quarterback, Max Pickett at running back, Aiden Cash at H-back, Nathan Subchinski at tight end, Logan Peters, Stephen Miller, and Bryce Tolliver make up the receiving core, while at the offensive line from left to right, Brenton Thompson, Pacey Gomez, Tyler Gieb, Preston Perez, and Josh Diaz. So Hobart,
let's see if they're
bringing the returners
sort of
stepping up to the 15, expecting potentially some trickery for the Red Devils. Spiasha gets the all clear. The ball is flat. He strikes it forward, it skips, and it's still loose. Subchinski has to pounce on it after it squeaked away, and then as he gets up, the Red Devils...
It doesn't look like he played shortstop or any baseball, but it did take a bad hop on him and popped up and hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, it did not really leave the turf. It continued just to skip like a stone and just went up to Subchinski, who had to get in front of it. Maybe looking like a goalie with the kick save, and then played it forward to himself. Defensively for the Red Devils, they're led up front by Matt Gangwish, Cameron Haslet, and Gavin Gudgel, and at linebacker by Zach Sharnke, Lincoln Schneider, John Judd, and Bo Eisen. The secondary, Tristan Allen and Max Arredondo play corner, and Roan Vasco is the safety. Tatum in the shotgun with Pickett to his left. Two receivers split out to the right as the Brickies take over on their 29. It'll be a handoff to Pickett. He weaves forward towards the 40, gets twisted down by the Red Devils, but Max Pickett picks up 11 yards on his first carry of the evening.
And right there, Max Pickett does a great job. They pull the left and right guard. The left guard kicks out, the right guard leads up into the hole, and Pickett does a great job of following him. Big play on the first down.
That first down was brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville. Tatum, lone man in the backfield. Pump fakes to his left, but then keeps it and run. He rolls to the left side, crossing midfield. Still going to the 40 where he's angled out of bounds. So Alex Tatum picks up a long run on first down. Keeps the chains moving as they move into Lowell territory.
Yeah, it looks like a gain of about 25 on the play. And great job of Tatum doing that pause hesitation. Gets the linebackers to bail out to the quad set to the left side and just takes it straight up the middle. Whoever's scripting these plays for Hobart's doing a great job.
Following the Four Seasons Mechanical first down, the Brickies take over on the Red Devils 38. Tatum and Pickett in the backfield. The snap goes to Pickett, or it's to Tatum. He keeps it, continues to range through the middle, cuts to the left, and then is tripped up at the 25. Tatum with another first down run. And that's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
And Tatum, again, does a great job of, after he fakes to Pickett, he pauses for a second, lets the flow go to the left-hand side, and he just takes it straight up the middle for another gain of, looks like about 15 yards. They are moving quickly and getting into scoring position just outside the red zone.
Tatum gets 15 yards on his second carry, moves the Brickies to Lowell's 23-yard line. Tatum, only man in the backfield. Throws to his right to Tolliver. He looks it into his hands, takes it, runs to the 20, still going, 15-10, and he will go all the way to the end zone. Bryce Tolliver puts the Brickies on the board with a 23-yard screen pass to the right side.
And Tolliver does a great job, and one of the receivers made a crucial block by pushing that defensive back, blitzing up the field, pushed him right out of the way, and then Tolliver just takes it up the field for a 22-yard run. And what a great series by the Brickies.
So Hobart wasting no time here following the kick return. They score on about 4 plays and take a 6-0 lead, awaiting the extra point from Peter Janda, and he will knock it through the uprights, make it a 7-0 lead for the Brickies with 10:46 remaining in the first quarter. Hobart leads 7-0. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armour Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armour Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
Ava, let's go.
Try it on.
The shortest distance between two people is a smile. That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Stratton Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So the freshman, Evan Nugent, will look to drive this one deep following what was a quick four-play scoring drive for the Brickies, covering a lot of ground, scoring in just about a minute and 15, or a couple minutes as Nugent slices it to the right. The Red Devils will get to it and look to carry it forward. A short kick, but Eisen was there to take it just past his own 40 and giving good field position for the Lowell Red Devils offense, led by Brody Kulwinski, Timothy James at running back, Zach Sharkey at tight end, Max Arredondo, Bo Eisen, and Rowan Vasco at wide receiver. Gavin Gutierrez as well in the receiving core. The offensive line up front, Julian Quarta, Christopher Tolley, Dylan Snide, Gavin Soto, and Cash Komorowski will look to protect the ball carrier this evening. The Red Devils take over on their own 41-yard line, driving from right to left. James to the left of Kelwinski as the Red Devils set up at the left hash mark. They send a receiver in motion from left to right. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He looks to cut to the left side, breaks through to midfield, and then is brought down by a trio of Brickies.
Looks like he's going to have a first down.
Perez on the tackle, but it's enough for a Four Seasons.
They're looking at
It'll be close to a potential Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical on Merrillville. You can find them on the web as soon as I can find them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. First and 10 from Hobart's 48-yard line, 10-19 remaining in the quarter. Kulwinski puts it into the belly of James. He looks to plow to the right side of the line as the Brickies surround him and eventually stop him after what will be a gain of a handful of yards.
Looks like about 3 or 4 yards on the play. First play of the game, I think, that has been under 10 yards.
Right, that's the busy day for the chain gang so far as they've been getting their steps in. Yeah.
I was just going to ask, did either team bring the defenses out of the locker room yet?
It was a 3-yard pickup for James on his first carry of the outing. They'll put a receiver in motion towards the left. They will look to pass. Kelwinski rolling to his left, and then he will just fire it towards the sideline. Worth mentioning as well, Kelwinski, a left-handed quarterback, so when he's going on that rollout to the left, that is his strong side.
Yes, definitely. If they're going to roll out, that's the side you really want to go to. Kelwinski did a great job right there. The 3 receivers were well covered, and instead of trying to feather one in there, trying to flat one over the defensive back's head to his receiver, he just opted out for the incompletion, and now it's going to be a big third down conversion play for the Red Devils.
From the 45, third down, 7 yards to go, 9:36 remaining. It was an incompletion on second down. Kelwinski in the shotgun, James to his right, one receiver to either side. They'll put Arredondo in motion. Kelwinski's going to keep it, goes to the left side, but Diaz and the Brickies get to him and stop him for a gain of 1.
And my question is, you've got Timothy James with 1,285 yards on the season. You don't put it in his hands on third down. Yes, everybody's going to be thinking that in the stadium, but you go with what brought you to the dance, right?
Josh Diaz stepped up from his inside linebacker position to stop Kalwinski just as he got to the line of scrimmage. He gets maybe half a yard. So we'll see the punt unit out for the Red Devils. Biashi steps into this one, floats it towards the goal line, looking for the corner, but it will bounce in the end zone for a touchback.
That just missed the corner of that pylon right there by about a couple feet. So nice try, but you'd rather be have it land on the 10 than in the end zone. That's for sure.
Tatum and the Brickies will take over on their own 20 following the touchback. 8 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Hobart on that first drive drew first blood with Bryce Tolliver, 22-yard catch from Alex Tatum. That came at 10:46. Quick score. Let's see if the Lowell defense is able to adjust and try and slow this Bricky offense down.
So Hobart taking over on their right hash mark. They send two receivers to the far left, nearly at the Lowell sideline. Tatum and Pickett on the other end of the field. They put Cash, the tight end, in motion. It's a handoff to Cash. He rolls to the left side, gets stood up at the left hash mark, and then wrestled down to the turf near the 25-yard line. So it's a slight pickup on first down for Aiden Cash and the Brickies.
Cash, 6'4", 225. If you're an outside linebacker, you really want that coming at you?
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and they did a nice job. Good gang tackling by the Lowell Red Devils, getting a lot of guys out there at the point of attack.
As they're eventually able to topple Cash for a 5-yard pickup. It's second down. Handoff to Pickett. He's got room along the right side. Keeps going. Driving the pile forward at the 35. He gets enough for the first down and then some.
But you love the way Pickett ran right there. He hugged that offensive line that was getting a great push on that defensive left side. Just fouls that along and then bounces it straight up the field and picks up about 10 yards on that play.
Well, Pickett gets the Four Seasons mechanical first down. Sets up for a new look for the Brickies on their own 37. Hobart leading 7-0 in this ballgame. It'll be a keeper for Tatum. He drives through a gap on the right side, gets tripped up and stumbles forward past the 40. So a slight pickup in that shoestring tackle took away potential for more from Tatum.
Yeah, great offensive formation for the Brickies. They have an unbalanced, so they have only two linemen to the right of the center and then everybody else to the left side. And they saw a weakness over there and took advantage of it.
Tatum hands it off to Pickett. He looks to try to dance forward as he gets to the line of scrimmage, but the Red Devils were waiting right there for him. He is maybe able to get back to the line, but nothing more. Third down, 5 yards to go.
It looked like there was just a little bit of a mix-up in the exchange between the quarterback and Pickett. It sort of slowed him down.
The Brickies will take over. 3rd and 4 to go. They were able to get a yard on that one on their own 43. Two receivers out left, Miller and Tolliver. Pickett, Cash put in motion. Tatum fakes the handoff, will keep it himself. Leans forward, trying to just dive towards.
To me, it looks like he's going to
be.
Looks like he might be just a pinch short.
He's near the.
Well, they give it to him.
Yeah, just able to get to the 47 for the first down. So it's a Four Seasons mechanical first down. And gives the Brickies another set of downs to work with.
Yeah, nice job of Tatum getting that big lean right as he was getting tackled and picked up just enough for the first down.
6:23 left to play in the quarter. So after a quick first drive, the Brickies more methodical on this one. They have four receivers out to the left, but Tatum will take the snap and just go down the right side. There's a penalty marker on the field as he continues to drive and takes a physical run to the opposing 42, but there is some yellow laundry on the field and not one of the Hobart jerseys. So this one might be coming back.
It looks like it's a holding call right at the point of attack, right over to center, right guard area. The flag came out quickly by the official.
It's always a tough break when Tatum, he took several hits on that play, was leaning forward, driving, fighting for every extra yard, and then it will be going backwards.
Yeah, this will be the first adversity Hobart's had to face offensively where they've been behind the chains. Let's see what they do. They've been picking up chunk plays throughout so far early in this first quarter.
This will take the Brickies back to their own 39, so first and long to go following the penalty. They have to get to the opposing 44 to get the first down.
Yeah, so 1st and 19.
Four receivers to the left again. Tatum, low man in the backfield, fakes to his left and then tries to go to the right, but the Red Devils were waiting for him. Michael Shelton and company were there to stop him at the line. Tatum had nowhere to go there.
One of the linebackers for Lowell tried to blitz into the play and got just leveled by Brandon Hall, the left guard.
Bo Eisen in on the tackle as well. So it's a 1-yard pickup, 5.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. They'll motion Cash and Pickett now from right to left. So everybody, again, on that left side of the line. Tatum, lone man in the backfield. He's rolling left, has to escape some pressure, fires downfield, connects with Tolliver, who's then shoved out of bounds. So Tatum doesn't get everything he needs for the first down, but makes it a bit more manageable.
Definitely. I mean, he threw about 10 yards down, 12 yards downfield. Great job of Tatum feeling the pressure coming to his outside, steps inside of it, and throws a dart right to Tolliver. Going to be third down in about 5 or 6.
It was a 12-yard pickup through the air from Tatum to Tolliver, making it 3rd and 6 from the Lowell 49-yard line. 5:16 to play in the quarter. Tatum with Pickett to his left. It will be a handoff to Pickett. He's looking to drive through the middle. It was Cash, the tight end, who takes it into Red Devil territory. He's close. Does he have enough for the first down?
Well, here's how this play goes, and I've seen it when they played against New Prairie, is that Tatum will hand off to Pickett, and then Pickett, as Pickett and Cash are crossing paths, then Pickett hands it off to Cash, and everybody thinks Pickett's got the ball. Now, against New Prairie, they fumbled it twice.
Right. Well, it
so
worked against the Red Devils. New set of downs to the 42. Tatum will take this one, breaks through one hit, and then stumbles forward, takes another couple Red Devils to bring him down. So about a 9-yard pickup for Alex Tatum on first down. As they're in Red Devil territory, it will be enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
And Hobart is doing an awesome job staying ahead of the chains. They have, besides that first down and 18, or second down and 18, they have not been behind the chains at all night long.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Tatum keeps it, goes to the left side, jukes to the left, keeps going towards the Lowell sideline where he'll step out for about an 8-yard pickup on first down.
Great job of Tatum following his blocks. Then, once he gets to the outside, he gives a little head fake that he's going inside, bounces it to the outside, and is able to pick up another 4 or 5 yards.
Getting to the 24, it'll be 2nd and 3. 4 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. Hobart leading 7-0, has a chance to add to it as they're moving deeper in enemy territory. Tatum and Pickett in the backfield. Pickett, the running back, to the right. They will go to the right. Pickett leads the way as Tatum takes it forward. Looking to turn the corner to the 15. Still driving towards the end zone. Stiff-arming a defender, and then he is shoved out of play. So Rowan Vasco with the touchdown-saving tackle there, just being able to stick with Tatum and then force him out of bounds at the 2.
Well, apparently they're switching up who their featured back is tonight. They're going with Tatum, and Pickett's on the back burner right now.
Yeah, Pickett helped out with the block there, but then Tatum did most of the work, going 22 yards, getting the Four Seasons Mechanical first down, making it 1st and goal from the 2. Now we'll see Pickett taking the snap in the shotgun. He drives towards the goal line. Touchdown. And he's in. Max Pickett with his 15th touchdown of the season makes it a 13-0 lead for the Brickies with 4:15 remaining.
Pickett just pauses a second back there and puts his head forward. It looks like the left guard pulled the lead away and got a great push and enough for the touchdown. Brickies showing some power here early on.
Now we get ready for the PAT. Stephen Miller to hold, Malachi Goodall to, Miller with the hold. As we'll see Janda with the kick. He sends it high and through the uprights, putting the extra point on that one, making it a 14-0 lead for the Brickies. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So Nugent gets ready for this kickoff. We'll see if he will drive it back or if it'll be another safer squib kick. In the air, twirling towards about the 20, where it's reeled in by Goodall, and he'll look to drive it down the left hash mark, where he is fought down by the Brickies. Just to about the 34, so giving the Red Devil offense some decent field position to work with.
They've got to get a couple first downs together here to sort of quiet this Hobart side, get their fans a little excited, and keep the defense on the sidelines and let them make some adjustments here.
As it's a spirited crowd on both sides, but the Red Devil fans haven't had much to cheer for yet. 1st and 10 from the 34. The snap goes high. Kalwinski and James both diving for it. Kalwinski gets on top of it, and then James protects his quarterback, but that will send the Red Devils in the opposite direction.
That's definitely not what you want to do when you're down 14 points in with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That's not how you want to start a drive.
So the miscommunication on the snap, we'll call it, is a loss of 8 yards, moving the Red Devils back. We mentioned that good field position. Now they're back to their 26. Kalwinski, lone man in the backfield. A receiver to either side. He looks left, pump fakes, lets one fly, downfield looking for James. And that will fall a few steps in front of Timothy James, the running back going long for the pass there, incomplete.
Yeah, James looked like he had a couple steps on his defenders out there, but Kalwinski just overthrew it. He needs to feather that one up, just float it out there and let James run underneath it. He did have some separation. Gutsy play call there, a little stop and go. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 18, and this Hobart side is fired up.
Yeah, listen to these fans here at the Brickyard as Kalwinski and James in the backfield. Kalwinski sends one to his left to Sharnke, who is wrestled down, picks up about 9 yards there, but it'll still be 4th and a ways to go for the Red Devils.
Yeah, nice throw there by Kalwinski. Just threw it right between about 2 defenders. 2 linebackers were right on him. Well covered, and he threaded the needle. But just not enough. You got to think it's 4th down and about 9. If he'd have picked up maybe, gotten 4th and 2 or 3, then they might have thought about going in their own territory. But that's just too far for them to go for it on 4th down.
Didn't have much room to get yards after the catch. So Biashi steps into his punt, sends it high in the air towards Tolliver. It bounces at the 15, keeps rolling, and then loops out of bounds near the 10. We'll see where the official spot ends up being. It'll be at the 7-yard line, so the Brickies will have a ways to go offensively here.
Let's see if Lowell can come out and throw a stop up here for him, because so far Hobart has scored on their first 2 possessions. Max Pickett with a 2-yard run that came at 4:15, and Bryce Tolliver 22-yard catch from Alex Tatum at 10:46. The Brickies have looked unstoppable offensively.
Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, Instagram and Region Sports Network, YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10 presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. Long field for Tatum and the Brickies, 93 yards to go. The snap hits the turf. Tatum scoops it up and then tries to make something happen there with his legs, but he'll be stopped near the 5. So a backwards play to start the drive for Lowell, and Hobart has one of their own. Yeah,
I was just going to say, accommodates them to start their drive off, but they're in a little worse field position here at their own 4-yard line. Got to get at least get the ball out to 10, 15-yard line just so the punter has some room.
Right, as now Tatum will be the lone man in the backfield. They send 3 receivers out left, a tight end to either side. From their own 4-yard line, Tatum in the shotgun, calls for some motion from the tight end, but somebody was a little eager there as there are a couple of penalty markers on the field.
Looked like Logan Peters, number 0, jumped just a split second too early.
So the tight end jumps, and so going now half the distance to the goal. They go from the 4-yard line to the 2-yard line, so 2nd and 15 for the Brickies. In the shadow of their own end zone. Tatum will be in the end zone at the B of the Hobart font. They put Pickett in motion, faking the jet sweep. Tatum looking to dance out of trouble. He will be stopped in the end zone. It's a safety. The Red Devils are on the board. So Eisen helps out. He will get into the backfield. Schneider and Eisen team up for the safety. It's a 14-2 score with 1:41 remaining in the quarter. The Red Devils defense gives their fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, they've been sitting on their hands trying to keep them warm, and so far this is the biggest play for the Lowell Red Devils. Get that safety, getting 2 points on the board, and you thought it was going to be domination Hobart, and all of a sudden the Lowell Red Devils defense steps up and makes a big play. To me, if my quarterback's in the end zone, I want to get that ball out of his hands as quickly as possible, get the ball moving forward, get it to the line of scrimmage to avoid what just happened.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot going on pre-snap there with the running back in motion, then the delayed handoff, and that just gave the Red Devils time to jump up on that one.
I just didn't like the way that play was designed at that end of the field. When your quarterback's on the B in Hobart, you don't want that ball being in the backfield as long as it was on that particular play, that play design.
And that's where the age-old argument where our quarterback's in the shotgun too much. If he was under center, maybe you just hand it off to Pickett, let him fall forward to pick up a couple yards.
All right, Leo, I was going to say that, but then I'm aging myself, even worse than I already am.
Well, as I'm starting to get more seasoned here with Region Sports Network, I'm starting to pick up some of the, we'll call them more conservative football tendencies.
All right, there we go.
Some of the more safe tendencies, yeah.
The ancient guys here, yeah. If I'm got my quarterback in the end zone, there's a couple things I'm doing. I'm either A, throwing the ball, or B, I'm moving him up to the center to get the ball snapped right there. So even if they blitzed into the play, my quarterback's going to be out of the end zone to avoid the safety, even though you're going to be punting away and giving them good field position. The Bricky defense has been playing pretty darn good so far in this first quarter.
Now the ball will be placed at the 20 for a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Nugent will look to send this one forward, setting up to the left of the football. Steps in and lets it fly. It will spin towards the 26 where it'll be returned by the Red Devils. They have some room to go downfield. Getting towards midfield, so a good return for the Red Devils. And getting near the elbow of the Bricky logo, so about the 45. And now after getting the safety, we'll see what Kalwinski and the Red Devils offense can cook up here with maybe some momentum on their side.
Definitely got some momentum. They got their fans out of their seat for a little bit, but they really haven't done anything offensively. But this is their third series. Let's see what they can put together here.
Tight end to the right side of the line, a receiver out there as well. A couple of tight ends on the field. Kalwinski takes the snap, drives towards the line. He is stood up and dropped as he crosses midfield. So some big contact from Diaz.
Boy, all you saw was a head snap back there by the quarterback, Kalwinski, and Diaz comes up with the big hit. Kalwinski goes, man, do I really want to run in between the guards right there? I don't like running inside like that.
He gets 4 yards there, but he'll be feeling that one as we're approaching the 1 minute mark in the first quarter. 6 yards to go. They cross over to the 48 of Hobart. Kalwinski in the shotgun, loading up the offensive line. They move Sharkey, the tight end, from left to right. Kalwinski keeps it. This time he has room to go on the right side. Gets the first down, keeps driving at the 40. The Brickies surround him, but he's still going, and now he's eventually forced down past the 40, but that's enough for a Four Seasons Mechanical first down through the ground by Kalwinski.
And a nice job right there. Little play action fakes. Fake to James. James is going in the opposite direction, and all of a sudden you see the two guards pull out in front of Kalwinski and get some nice blocks downfield, and he picks up a big chunk. Both of these teams are really going away from their tendencies of the running backs carrying the ball, using them as play action and using the quarterbacks as their main ball carriers, both teams.
At Hobart's 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils following that run by Kalwinski. It's a handoff to James. He looks to go through the right side of the line, keeps walking along the right hash mark, where he'll be stopped after picking up maybe 2 yards.
And I can see why they've been using James as a fake right there, because he got stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and that's the end of the first quarter.
The first quarter will end on that note. It was an eventful first quarter with Hobart leading 14-2. We'll see what the second quarter has in store as we'll be back after the break. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
On first down, Kalwinski takes it through the left side, walks down the runway and gets past the 35, falls forward for a couple more yards. As you're welcome back to as Armour Construction presents RSN game night coverage of the IHSAA Football State Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. For roofing, siding, gutters, and more, and call Armour Construction 219-987-2023.
Kalwinski right there, that was one where he put his head down and ran hard. And it's going to put them in good third down position, 3rd and 3. The playbook is open, Leo.
Kalwinski with James to his left. James leads the way for Kalwinski to go down that left corner. Keeps going to the 30. Gets stood up and sent backwards. Did he have enough forward progress to get to the first down? It was a
looks like
good tackle from the Hobart linebacker to step up.
They do. They give him the first down.
That's a Four Seasons Mechanical first down brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville. Ethan Abrego was able to get to Kalwinski, but he had enough forward progress to earn the first down.
Yeah, Kalwinski's feet never stop moving. Again, two backs both of them over 1,000 yards on the season, and the quarterbacks are the main show tonight. Not with their arms, but with their feet.
1st and 10 from the 39. Now we'll see Kalwinski go under center with a fullback and running back behind him. He drops back, fires one downfield to Sharkey. He reels it in at the 10 and then will waltz all the way into the end zone. 29-yard passing touchdown for Kalwinski to Sharkey. And the Red Devils answer quickly. You can see Sharkey from his tight end position just leaks out
and gets out into the flat, beating the defensive back who stepped up on play action initially and then got burnt on a corner route by Sharkey, and it was just, boy, he just dropped that in perfectly.
For Sharkey, that's his 5th receiving touchdown of the season. Kalwinski, his 12th passing touchdown. Awaiting the extra point, it's 14-8. We'll see now Dylan Biastri if he can make it a little bit closer, but the PAT is blocked. The Brickies get to it. Diaz swats it away. So we'll remain at this 14-18 score with 10:36 remaining in the second quarter. You are watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. 14-8, Hobart leading over Lowell, but the Red Devils, with a safety and a touchdown, have worked their way back into this one. We'll see following the return how the Brickies respond. This one rolls, and it gets past both returners. Subchinski has to pick it up inside the 10, still looking to dance, working from left to right, turning towards the goal line, still going upfield, gets past the 10, and then he is dropped near the 15. So a wacky play as it squeaks between Tolliver and Subchinski, who were positioned at the 20. Subchinski had to scoop it up, and then he went left a little bit. Then he went right. Then he kept going right, was able to go getting to the 15 maybe, and then his momentum was stopped, but not exactly how you draw it up on the kick return.
Exactly, and I'd like to see one of those where they use in the NFL the tracker of how far he ran on that particular play, because don't forget the width of the field was 53 yards, so he ran all the way across the field, so he at least had to run 50 yards on that play.
It will bring Tatum and the Brickies onto the field at their own 13-yard line. 10 minutes, 26 to go until the half. Tatum hands it off to Pickett. He leans to the right side of the line, still going, falling forward, but taking a couple tacklers with him. It looks like it'll be an 8-yard pickup for Pickett on first down. A physical run for the senior running back.
Yeah, Pickett right there, one of his best runs of the day. Puts his head down and just runs hard and puts his shoulder into a couple would-be tacklers and drags them up for an 8-yard gain.
2 yards to go, just under 10 minutes remaining in the quarter. Tatum hands it off to Pickett, or it'll be to the tight end again. It's another one of those plays to Cash. Pickett hands it off to Cash, and then the pile of Red Devils get to Cash at the 30, where he'll be stopped. It's a Four Seasons mechanical first down. So it's that play again where they hand it off to Pickett, the running back, then he hands it off to the tight end, and then had some room up the middle for the first down.
And again, Cash, 6'4", 225, a beast coming through there, lowers the boom and picks up the first down, and then some ball on the 32-yard line. Hobart offense starting to pick up some pace here.
The Brickies looking to strike back after multiple points from the Red Devils. Hobart leading 14-8 with 9.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Peters, the tight end, set up to the left side of the line. Tatum takes a snap. He's looking left. Throws one downfield to Tulliver. He spins past one defensive back, but then as he was trying to dance past another one, the receiver that he spun past, who was on the turf, stepped up and then tackled him at the 40. So that was Gavin Gutierrez, who was able to make the stop. He got the spin cycle put on him at first, but then stuck with it and made the play.
Well, it looks like the receiver came back to him while he was laying on the ground. He goes, wait a minute, why is this guy laying here? And boom, made the tackle, but a nice pickup on first down, 2nd and 1.
9 yards through the air to Tulliver. Now on 2nd down, they hand it off to Pickett. He will work his way to the left and gets to the 45. That's enough for a Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Yeah, great job. Again, Pickett right there just finding the hole, and Gavin
Gudgel getting the...
Yeah, nice tackle right there. But again, way too many yards for Hobart offensively.
On first down, they will
Fumble.
go to the ground again. The ball pops loose, trying to make some sense of who has it. It's the Red Devils. Lowell gets the turnover. They will take over at midfield. Pickett and the Brickies cannot believe it. Eric Schreiber,
Coach Schreiber
is
out on the field.
He's at the 50.
Yeah, so the officials are going to sit and talk about this one.
It was a handoff to Pickett as things got a little chaotic near the hash mark. The ball squeaked loose at some point. And Eric Schreiber just tossed the headset. I don't think he got the favorable call he was looking for.
No, he did not, and it's going to be Lowell's ball. The momentum is starting to sneak away from the Brickies. Brickies got to throw up a quick stop here defensively on the quick turnover at midfield.
Kalwinski and the Red Devils take over at the 50 at the foot of the Bricky logo. They'll send a tight end in motion from right to left, but there was some movement at the line, sending the Red Devils back 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like motion on the wide receiver closest to us, number 5. Yeah, Jackson Beckrick with a little motion right there as the other receiver went into motion.
Makes it 1st and 15 at the 45 with 8:25 left to play in the second quarter. Hobart leading 14-8, but the Red Devils have scored 8 unanswered. Kalwinski hands it off to James as he drives through the right side of the line, still working along the right hash mark. It's a big pile up, and then he is wrestled down at the 49, opposing 49, so he gets about 6 yards on that carry. Really had to work for those yards.
Yes, a scrum like rugby out there, just getting that push with that offensive line, doing a great job moving the pile, and it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and third or second. I think it should be 2nd.
Yeah, 2nd and 9 following the penalty.
Of course, I look at the chain gang, and he had 3rd down, so I'm following them since I'm blacked out of the scoreboard. And as soon as I say 3rd, what does he do? He flips it to 2nd time. Come on, guys.
Kalwinski with James to his left. There will be 2 receivers split out to the left side, a couple of tight ends to either side of the line. Now they motion James to the left. Kalwinski's looking left, throws it forward high in the air. James will go up and get it, and then drives to the 40 where he tumbles forward for a few extra yards. James making an acrobatic catch going up in the air and then getting some yards after catch.
Yes, Stephen Miller comes up and gets in between the ball and James, and the ball just was floated out there nicely by Kalwinski. Gets it just over the stretched out arms. Boy, that would have been a pick 6.
Yeah. It's enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down, so now the Red Devils trying to make something happen here. Moving to the Brickies 39. James sidecar with Kalwinski in the shotgun. Play action. Kalwinski will keep it. Looking to work along the right side. Gets to the 35. Still going. Leans forward and will be stopped at the 31. The tackle made by Tolliver. But Brady Kalwinski working his way to the right side, showing a couple moves, and then gets about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, great job of reading the blocks. And Max Arendondo out there making the block all the way down the field, helping Kalwinski keep the ball moving, and it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 2. Big pickup for the quarterback.
6:21 remaining in the second quarter. Hobart leading 14-8, but the Red Devils threatening here, getting deeper into Bricky territory. 2 yards to go for a new set of downs. 2 receivers out left. Kalwinski looking right. Pivots, throws to the right side, gets it to Sharkey, who hangs on to it and then is sent into the Bricky sideline. Sharkey. what was about a belt-high catch, was able to hang on to it and make his way to the sideline.
And Sharkey does a nice job getting behind the linebackers, but yet in front of the defensive backs, about 10 to 12 yards downfield, crossing right over the middle in between the two linebackers as they're dropping into their zone, settles in there, and Kalwinski just throws a bullet right there.
He gets to the 18 for a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. 1st and 10 from the 18. The Red Devils are in the red zone. Kalwinski in the shotgun. Hands it off to James. He goes through the middle, and the Brickies will fight and get him down. Diaz sends him backward. We'll see if he was able to even get a yard there. It might be just back to the line.
Yeah, Diaz just does like the suplex over there, picks him up and slams him on top of his body backwards, and no gain on the play.
Diaz, the right tackle for the Brickies on offense, and then the middle linebacker. He is a player defensively very active in this front for the Brickies. 2nd and 10 from the 18, 5:23 to play in the quarter. The Red Devils getting ready to work. Tight formation. They'll motion a tight end from right to left. Kalwinski keeps it, goes to the left, has some blockers downfield, still going. A penalty marker is thrown as Kalwinski is wrestled down inside the 15.
Right at the point of attack, it looks like it's going to be a holding call on the tight end to that left side. As you could see, as Kalwinski was turning the corner, you saw the flag come flying across right as Kalwinski turned up, and that's going to be a holding call. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 20, or roughly thereabouts.
So the Red Devils have scored 8 unanswered on a safety and then a touchdown. The extra point was blocked on said touchdown, and then getting a turnover at midfield. They're looking to try to keep the momentum on their side, but that penalty sends them backward, making it 2nd and 19, all the way back to the 27. They need to get inside the 10 for a first down, about to the 8-yard line. Kalwinski in the gun. James to his left, 2 receivers to the left as well. Kalwinski's looking left, sends one downfield, gets it to his receiver, and he is brought down inside the 5. Rowan Vasco with the reception will bring the Red Devils to 1st and goal.
Oh, Vasco does a nice job getting separation from the defensive back that was covering him. It looked like Hobart was in man coverage. I saw a couple blitzers coming up, so they caught him in man coverage. And Vasco running across away from his defensive back was, like I said, able to get some separation and make a nice waist-high catch for the first down on the, looks like about the 3-yard line.
It's a 24-yard reception for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down. The Red Devils move to the 3. They will have a crowded backfield, 2 tight ends and a running back. Kalwinski takes a snap. He looks to go to the left side, still driving. The Brickies surround him and force him backwards.
Looks like they're going to mark his forward momentum about the 1-yard line. A nice push right there by the Red Devils, but did not get into the end zone, so it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and goal from about a yard and a half out. Kalwinski under center, hands it off to the fullback to Schneider, who's trying to just jump into the end zone, but there's a wall of Brickies in front of him.
Yeah, the number 1 brick up there in that wall right there is Ethan Abrego, 6'1", 320. You're not going to be moving him out of there anytime soon.
3rd and goal from the 1. 3:24 left to play until halftime. Lowell trailing 14-8. They'll send Kalwinski under center again. A fullback and a running back behind him. James, the running back, standing up tall. He will take it. He has plenty of room to get into the end zone. And the Red Devils fighting their way back. Tie it up at 14, awaiting the extra point. Timothy James with his 19th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Timothy James right there just gets the ball over that right side and just gets a great push. Pretty much just walks in untouched, Leo, for the Brickies' 2nd touchdown of the night. Let's see what they can do on the extra point now.
3:08 remaining in the 2nd quarter. The extra point could give the Red Devils the lead. Gutierrez to hold, Goodall to snap, and Biashi to kick. The snap, the hold, the kick. They are all good, so the Red Devils take the lead 15-14 with 3:08 remaining in the second quarter. Stick around, we got a good one here. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
If you are injured in a worksite accident or hurt by a defective product, go with the guy that has a proven track record litigating these cases. Otto Schregel, a principal partner at the Allen Law Group, will make sure those responsible for hurting you are held to account for their negligence. With multiple offices in Indiana and Illinois, you can reach them at 219-465-6292 or reach them out on the web at www.kenallenlaw.com.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Biashi sends it along the hash mark. It is scooped up by Cash. He takes it past the 40 and will then be stopped. So another low line drive kickoff, and
Cash looks like he played some baseball right there. He had some couple big mitts out there and picked it up clean, and then he knew exactly what to do with it. Just put his shoulder down and tried to run over some Lowell Red Devils.
So it'll be a Bricky possession on their own 40, 3:02 until the half. They're looking to answer back as they're trailing 15-14, 15 unanswered points for the Red Devils. A safety and 2 touchdowns, one with a blocked extra point. Tatum with Pickett to his right. Takes a snap, it's low, fakes the handoff. He'll look to weave forward along that left hash mark. Gets close to midfield before he's wrestled down by the Red Devils.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to come
Vasco
up
with the tackle.
a yard short. Nice job. Again, these quarterbacks are the featured runners tonight.
And Vasco makes the tackle as it'll be a 1 yard to go for a new set of downs. Ball about in the middle. It's a handoff to Pickett. He has room on the right side. Still going. Stumbles forward, gets the first down, but there's a penalty marker near midfield around the elbow of the Bricky logo. So we'll see what this ends up becoming. It'll be a penalty against the Brickies.
Yeah, it looks like it's about 3 or 4 yards downfield, so it's a spot foul, 10 yards from the spot, so second down and about 8. 2:27 left in the second quarter, and both teams still have their full allotment of timeouts.
Yeah, that erases the first down that Pickett earned for the Brickies, making it second and looks like 7 to go. They go backward there. It was 2nd and 1. Now it's 2nd and 7 from the 43. They'll go to Pickett again. He is driving to the left side, leaning forward with the left hand outstretched, and then he'll be stopped by Vasco and the Red Devils short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Now you think, Leo, you got 3rd down and 3 here. And, well, it looks like 2 now, the way they keep moving it up. Now, if you don't get it on 3rd down, do you think they go for it?
It could be the case. Trailing 15-14 as there's a penalty marker as soon as the ball is snapped.
Maybe offsides on the defense. You see Coach Schreiber on the sidelines pointing the other way.
We'll find out.
Well, let's see if Coach Schreiber's right.
It will be
Yes,
against
he
the
is.
Red Devils. So that will be enough to help the Brickies move forward for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Now let's see if Tatum's going to get unleashed here and throw the ball a few times here. You know, you got the ball. Minute 51, 3 timeouts.
We've really only seen him go to the air maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
He has a passing touchdown, but he threw that one
sideways
behind the line of scrimmage, and then it was a run after catch for Tolliver. But with a minute 51 remaining, 47 yards to go for Paydirt. The Brickies with 3 timeouts remaining have time on their side. Tatum hands it off to Pickett, who hands it off to Cash. Cash drives along the right side, taking the Red Devils with him. We'll get about 5 yards on that carry.
Again, Cash getting upfield, making a few people miss and running over somebody. Clock continues to tick away. 1:26 and counting downwards.
2 receivers to the left, a couple of tight ends on the field as well. Running back Pickett to the left. They will hand it off to Pickett. He hands it off to Cash. Cash, the tight end, driving forward, throws a defender forward, and he will be toppled over near the first down marker. Was it enough?
It's going to be very close here. Let's see what they give him.
It will be just enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Yep.
The chains have to move. Tatum gives it to Pickett. Pickett driving down the left side, gets to the 30, and then forced down at the 26 by Goodall and another linebacker from the Red Devils.
And it looked like Pickett had the opportunity to bounce it to the outside and get out of bounds. And now the chains again, first down.
Four Seasons Mechanical first down, new set of downs. They go to Pickett again. He keeps driving.
Again.
He's at the 20, but were the chains set up there?
Not even close.
Back-to-back plays where the chains were not ready to go. So now we will see a timeout on the field. 45 seconds to play. The Brickies are driving, trailing 15-14. You can check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays are presented by IBEW Local 697, the electrical professionals.
Hobart has 2 timeouts, 45 seconds, second down and 4. And they still have yet to unleash the quarterback trying to throw the ball down the field.
Right.
So let's see what they do. But they have had so much success this series, running to the short side of the field with Pickett. But Pickett's got to realize, get out of bounds. He has had the opportunity to cut it back or cut it to the outside, and every time so far he has cut it back into the field of play, right there, causing them to burn a timeout.
Brickies will have it at the 18-yard line, looking to find a way to take the lead back. After the way this one started, it looked like Hobart was going to run away with things, leading 14-0. Then the safety, and a touchdown, then another touchdown, and the Red Devils, just like that, take the lead 15-14. Now Hobart trying to make something happen as the Red Devils will be receiving the halftime kickoff. Tatum in the shotgun, Pickett to his left. 2 receivers split out to the far right. Those are Tulliver and Miller. Tatum takes a snap, looks to go to the left side, but he will be wrestled down at the line by Schneider. Schneider with a tackle for loss. The Brickies will burn another timeout.
Now it's going to be
40 seconds to play, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Now you're going to be forced to put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Again, right here, 2nd and 2 or 3, that would have been a great spot to chuck one into the end zone, take advantage, and then if you came back and it's 3rd down and 3, the clock stops, you can have plenty of time to, figure out a play, and now you ran the ball, you got sacked for 2 yards, now you got to burn a timeout.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Sectional 17 championship between the Hobart Brickies and the Lowell Red Devils here at the Brickyard in Hobart.
Yeah, the last time the Brickies have scored was 4:15 left in the first quarter, so it's been a bit of a drought here in the second quarter for the Brickies. Big conversion down here. I would assume that the Brickies would go for it on 4th down as well.
Tatum in the shotgun, Pickett to his right. 2 receivers out to the right side as well. Pickett on play action. Pumps, loads up, goes downfield towards the end zone, and he'll drop it in the bucket for a touchdown. The Brickies take the lead right back. Bryce Tulliver with a 20-yard receiving touchdown.
Tulliver is hot today with 2 touchdown catches. And Tatum, like you said, Leo, just drops it right in there. Boom. He's able to keep 1 foot inbounds right at the back of the end zone. That is a boost for the Brickies as they are about 33 seconds away from going into the half.
So Tolliver with receiving touchdowns, 7 and 8 on the season. The extra point from Janda goes through the uprights. Hobart taking a 21-15 lead with 33 seconds remaining in the half. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
If you are injured in a worksite accident or hurt by a defective product, go with the guy that has a proven track record litigating these cases. Otto Schragle, a principal partner at the Allen Law Group, will make sure those responsible for hurting you are held to account for their negligence. With multiple offices in Indiana and Illinois, you could reach them at 219-465-6292 or reach them out on the web at www.kenallenlaw.com.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So following the second touchdown through the air from Tatum to Tolliver, the Brickies will look to kick this one off, leading 21-15 with 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Nugent runs up, skips it through the wickets of a Lowell player, but then it'll be handled by the man behind him, Goodall, and he looks to take it to the middle of the field, and he'll be stopped then by the Brickies. So the Red Devils take over. 28 seconds remaining. They'll be at their own 25.
And I think Lowell would be content. They're getting the ball to start the second half, so I think they'd be content to take a knee right here, or just run maybe a dive play, and if it busts open, then call timeout. But, yeah, if they don't get the first down here in this first play, just run the ball here a couple plays, and let's go to halftime.
1st and 10 from the 22. Kalwinski will go under center, and now he'll step into the pistol, a bit of a spin, and it's a direct snap to the running back. Then he pitches it backwards, pitches it to Gutierrez. He takes it to the 25, then he's shoved out of bounds by Irvin for what was a lot of window dressing on that play before the snap. They were initially under center, then they spun, went in the pistol, direct snap. That is that's a Kansas City Chiefs play right there, I believe.
Yes, it is.
They've run that, some variation of that several times. And it's a 5-yard pickup.
And it stops the clock with 22 seconds left. Let's see if Lowell throws the ball. Kalwinski's been doing pretty good chucking the ball down the field, especially
he has one passing touchdown to Sharnke, the tight end. He's in the shotgun. They put a receiver in motion. Play fake. Kalwinski takes it down the right side, crosses the 30, the 35. He leaps and lands out of bounds, so they stop the clock again. They get the Four Seasons Mechanical first down. And so the Red Devils making something happen here. 17 seconds to go. They get to the 37-yard line. 36.
Interesting. And on top of it, they've still got all three of their timeouts. They'll run out of time before they run out of timeouts. They've been doing a nice job running to the short side of the field and getting out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 from the right hash mark on their own 37. They'll send James in motion to the left. Kalwinski looking left, floats one downfield to James. He reels it in, gets to the 40, trying to get to the sideline. Will he?
Does not, though.
He does not get to the sideline, and we'll see what the Red Devils choose to do here. They will timeout called by Casey McKim, and so that stops things with 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, don't forget at the halftime we'll be doing some scoring updates. I think it's Strack and Van Til.
Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard brought to you by Strack and Van Til, courtesy of Strack and Van Til Food Market. Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. We've had such an exciting game here. We haven't had much time to do scoreboard watching, so I'm excited to hear what scores we have filtering in. This is sectional 17 between Hobart and Lowell. The winner faces the winner of the Mishawaka and South Bend St. Joseph game. So it's that time of the year where you want to take care of business in your game, then kind of pay attention to what's happening elsewhere around the state. But we have the luxury of, we have the RSN scoreboard, we have the RSN zone, we have all these things as media we can monitor. But these home fans focused on the game at hand here between Brickies and Red Devils. 2nd and a yard to go from the 46. So Lowell trying to cook something up with 5 seconds remaining in the first half. The ball is at the left hash mark. Kalwinski and James in the backfield. He steps back, scanning his options, escaping some pressure, rolls to the right. He will heave one downfield towards Gutierrez, and it's intercepted. Subchinski with the interception, and then he's wrestled down by Vasco. That is how the first half will end.
And I don't know if you saw that hit as Kalwinski was letting go of the ball. Diaz laid a shoulder into him, a clean hit. It looked worse than it was because Kalwinski was leaning into it with his feet up in the air, and Diaz just leveled him. Ouch!
The home fans fired up as their team heads down the tunnel to the locker room. We are through the first 2 quarters. Hobart leads over Lowell 21-15. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get kicked. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, a lot happening at the IHSAA volleyball state finals coming up at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Sectional championship Friday coming up in Indiana high school football this weekend. But I want to start this with the soccer state finals that we saw over at Carroll Stadium last week, because not only did we see some terrific games all around, what a way to start on Halloween night with the PK shootout. You were in attendance with that. 24 separate PKs, is that right?
Yeah, 24 separate. And that game actually, historically, is the furthest that we've ever gone into overtime before we were able to declare a winner. And so but there was a lot of drama. You know, the kids, it's the wild world of sports for those people in my age generation. You know, it's certainly the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat at the same time. But man, it was exciting.
Coming up this weekend, Gamebridge Fieldhouse, the IHSAA Girls Volleyball State Finals. First time ever in Gamebridge. Of course, great partners in the Pacers and the Fever. You guys ready for this one?
Oh, we are. So exciting to be able to play. We consider, Gamebridge Fieldhouse our home. And it's home to boys and girls basketball and wrestling already. And what's one more sport? And so girls volleyball for the first time. Actually, it'll be the second event with volleyball ever in the history of that Fieldhouse. And so we're really excited about it.
Class A has Faith Christian against Trinity Lutheran. Then it's 2A, Benton Central facing Bar Reeve. Class 3A, Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger faces off against Roncalli. And then it's a matchup between Carroll, Fort Wayne, and Plainfield in Class 4A. And all four of those matchups, Paul, it's 4 matches for the price of one all day. And you're talking about the competitiveness of high school volleyball. Anybody that buys a ticket is going to be entertained by all 4 of these games.
Yeah, it's incredible volleyball, and we see this every year. I mean, there are girls that are competing on a national stage that are products of Indiana high school girls basketball, and this weekend will certainly not disappoint with the quality of play. And so if you're a volleyball fan from out of the Indianapolis area, it'd be a great pilgrimage to get to Cambridge to watch 4 great volleyball games, and it's back to back to back, and we run 4 in a row. So once you get in there, get your hot dog and your soft drink and some popcorn and sit down and watch incredible volleyball all day long.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. And Paul, as we hit November, our first Commissioner's Corner this month, before you know it, we're going to be crowning state champions at Lucas Oil Stadium with Sectional Championship Friday coming up this weekend. This thing always flies by, and before you know it, you're going to be handing out medals in downtown Indy at Lucas Oil.
Yeah, we're ready, and we are ready. I know our staff with Robert Falkins and his team have been working hard to prepare this tournament, and it's kind of a all hands on deck season for us. Boy, I also kind of went through. There's going to be some incredible matchups, which only leads to better matchups throughout the rest of the tournament, and so we're excited about it.
Paul, also happening recently, the cross-country state championship meets, as unique of a state final setup as you're going to get. We saw back-to-back champions. We saw first-time champions ever in cross-country. What's the uniqueness of putting all that together?
Well, Brian Lewis does a phenomenal job, and we have its premier cross-country course out in Terre Haute, Laverne Gibson, really in the country. And so we're fortunate to be able to go have a showcase there with our state championships, but it's a spectacle, and it's one of those things that if you've never been, just to see the number of schools participating when they come down that initial straightaway and they come to that first corner, just the colors and the excitement and the crowd, it's really a great event, and we're excited to be able to put that on there, and we crown as true state champion. And this year the boys race was one of the closest in history.
Yeah.
And a student that actually attends Springs Valley High School was the winner this year. And so it's truly an opportunity for every student, no matter what size of school you go to compete for a state championship. And it worked out this year for Springs Valley.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. That's Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, always appreciate the time. We'll look forward to catching up with you again next week.
Very good, Brendan, and thanks for helping us put on a great show and informing our people out there.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hi, my name is Mark Macknick. I'm the owner of Mark Macknick CPA firm in Highland, Indiana on Kennedy Avenue. I've been working with Region Sports for years now. Started working with Chris years ago, just on some special projects, advertising here and there. After a while, kind of increased the advertising. Mainly was doing it for the community involvement. It's such a great network and program they do with the high school sports. But as time went by, I started getting on there more frequently. And then the phone starts ringing. And I was getting calls all the time from people. Hey, I saw your ad on so-and-so football game. I saw your ad on a basketball game. And it's really helped my business. It's increased the volume. We're a tight community in Northwest Indiana, sports-wise, and just a lot of community involvement. So that's mainly why I got into it. I remember watching one game. It was a basketball game, and I think there was a little bit of an altercation. And as the altercation was happening, my ad was right on the bottom, and someone typed in, "I wonder what Mark Macknick's thinking right now." And I was thinking, wow, this is awesome. It's really been a great feature for my business. It's the only advertising I do. I don't advertise anywhere else other than Region Sports. It's for the business, but mainly for the involvement with the community. I played high school baseball here in Highland, and ever since I've been advertising on Region Sports. A lot of my old coaches are now my clients. A lot of my old teammates come in here. My recommendation, if you're a business here in Northwest Indiana, I think Region Sports is, for your money, it's one of the best places that you can advertise. I mean, I can advertise on billboards. I could do anywhere I want to. And I choose Region Sports mainly because I get a lot of feedback, especially on the high school level. A lot of the parents, if they can't make a game, they're watching it online. They're watching a replay, the grandparents. So it's done wonders for my business, and it's my go-to for advertising. It's the only spot I would advertise. So if you're a business owner in the area, really look into advertising on Region Sports. It's going to be well worth your money, and you'll make tenfold on what you're spending. Region Sports Network, they're the only game in town, but they're more than just a game.
You're watching coverage of the Indiana High School Football State Tournament on the Region Sports Network, presented by Armour Construction. Exterior remodeling experts, give them a call today at 219-987-2023, and you can always check them out on the web at armourconstruction.net. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you at the Brickyard, where Hobart leads Lowell 21-15 at the half. It was an eventful first half. Jay, why don't you take us through the scoring?
All right, let's start it off. That was the first drive. Bryce Tolliver, 22-yard catch from Alex Tatum that came at 10:46 in the first quarter. And what a great drive by Hobart. They had a lot of tempo. That I think the shortest play on that drive was like 10, 12 yards. They kept that ball moving, 4 or 5 plays, boom, score. All of a sudden you're thinking, wow, this is going to be a high-scoring, exciting game. And then all of a sudden Max Pickett, a direct snap to him from a 2-yard run. That puts Hobart up 14-0, and that came at 4:15 in the first quarter. Then I think it was Hobart punted the ball away, Lowell punted the ball away. Hobart got the ball on about the 5-6 yard line, a couple penalties, a bad snap. Next thing you know, they've got 2nd down and 12 from the 3-yard line, and they run a long, jet sweep play, and the quarterback ended up getting sacked. That was Bo Eisen and Lincoln Schneider for the safety for the Lowell Red Devils, and then all of a sudden turn the tide. It seemed like, even though it was 14-2 at that time, it seemed like the momentum went across the field because the next 13 points came from Lowell, and that was Zach Sarnicki on a 29-yard pass from Brody Kalwinski, and PAT was blocked, and that came at 10:36 in the second quarter. And then the last score for the Lowell Red Devils was Timothy James' 1-yard run that came at 3:08 off the right side. And then with just 33 seconds on that ensuing kickoff, Hobart takes the ball the length of the field, and Bryce Tolliver with another touchdown catch, 20 yards from Alex Tatum, and that came with 33 seconds left. Right now, Bryce Tolliver is in the driver's seat for that Lantern Man superhero of the game.
Yeah, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. Let's talk about that. It's been an eventful first half. When these two teams met in the regular season, it was the Red Devils winning 20-17, so it's already a higher scoring showdown so far, and it's been a lot of the run game and a lot of the run game through the signal callers.
Yes, both quarterbacks have put on a show today in terms of not only Tatum with his arm, and then also both of these quarterbacks with their feet. It seems like they're using their running backs as play action for the quarterback to run the ball, because it's a lot of fakes going to the running back coming in motion, and then all of a sudden the quarterback going in the opposite direction. And then also you've got Hobart with their little special play where the ball is snapped to Tatum, then Tatum hands it to Pickett, and then Pickett gives it to
Cash, the tight end.
Yes, Cash, the tight end. And he's a big boy, and he seems to like to run in between the tackles and just lower the boom on some people, and he's been very successful at it, picking up 6-7 yards every time they run that play. So it's a combination of things for both teams. You know, when we saw that first drive come out, Leo, I was thinking, all right, did Lowell forget their defense at the bus back in Lowell, Indiana. So both of these teams defensively, they need to clean up their act a little bit and put some punts involved in this game.
Yeah, certainly the defensive coordinators do not enjoy the theatrics we saw in the first half, as there was a lot of offense in a lot of different ways, and it was a very exciting back and forth when it looked like the Brickies were getting all the momentum. Lowell answered right back, but let's take a look at some of the scores from around the region. This scoreboard update is courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Strachan Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com.
And you have to remember, some of these games are played on Eastern Standard Time, so some of these are going to be fourth quarter, third quarter. So it's going to be Laville versus West Central out at Laville 42-6. And we have Pioneer Panthers 38, Carroll Cougars
14.
14, okay. Thank you.
I wrote that one.
All right, yeah, chicken scratch. Not that my penmanship is much better. All right. Continue on to the 2A sectional. You've got Andrean 35, Rensselaer 0. And, you expected that one coming out. I mean, both of these teams, very contrasting schedules, where Andrean plays mostly a 4 and 5A schedule, and Rensselaer Central plays just basically a 2 and 3A schedule. So, but both teams had good records coming into tonight. The Southmont Montes 44, West Case Kings 32. I love that. Mounties. I love. I've got to see their
there's
logo.
some good names here as we get to the later stages of the tournament.
The Knox Redskins 32, Mishawaka Marion Knights 6, Garrett Railroaders 21, Angola Hornets 14. Again, another great Railroaders. You could probably use that in Griffith. There's so many railroad crossings in there. Continuing on to the Class 4A sectional. The team that's going to be playing the winner of tonight's game is in the fourth quarter. That's the Mishawaka. Again, love this nickname. Cavemen versus South Bend St. Joe Huskies 3. So 7-3 in that one. And as we move on to the big boys in Class 5A, sectional 9 and 10 winners, respectively. Maryville, what we expected, 24-7 versus Munster in the second quarter. And again, Michigan City 21, LaPorte 0. That is in the second quarter. Moving on down to Class 6A, sectional 1 and 2. When I first saw this, it came up in the second quarter. Kingsman 14, Crown Point 7. Now in the third quarter, it is now Crown Point 17, Penn Kingsman 14. So all of a sudden, Crown Point starting to piece it back together. And then in our last score in 6A sectional is Fort Wayne Carroll Chargers. All right, I like that one. 35, Fort Wayne Northrop 16.
Follow all of tonight's Region football scores live on the Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and regionsports.com, courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be the second half between the Brickies and the Red Devils. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armour Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armour Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
Ava, let's go.
Try it on.
The shortest distance between two people is a smile. That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Strachan Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. Sectional 17 championship between the Hobart Brickies and the Lowell Red Devils. Both teams have played in the regular season. The Red Devils won that one 20-17. Both teams with 9-2 records. For the Brickies, their losses to Andrean and Lowell. To the Red Devils, their 2 losses were to Andrean and Crown Point. So all the losses for these teams to state contending teams, and they match up well on paper, and they've matched up well on the gridiron. Both times they've played, it has been close, physical football games. And we are excited to see what the second half has in store for us. Leo Staudaher with Jay Simmons on the call for the show. Henrich and Martin Morello doing a great job on our crew, rounding things out as well. Good to be here at the Brickyard for this postseason matchup and a sectional championship on the line.
Yeah, we've got a great game going on, Leo. And it's very interesting how both of these teams have come out and really featured the quarterbacks as their go-to running guys. So I'm wondering if both teams had their quarterbacks in some ice baths at halftime, because I have to say both of them taking some big licks out here.
Yeah, they're not
tonight.
sliding and avoiding contact.
No.
They're leading with the shoulder and taking every last yard.
And Kalwinski took a huge hit from Diaz right as he was letting go of the ball, tried to throw the Hail Mary, and, he got popped.
This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. We thank you for watching us however you are able to. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, this will be audio only. If you're on the IHSAA Champions Network, you can find the video there as Hobart gets ready to kick this one from right to left. The Brickies, their uniforms match the outfit of their logo. Gold helmets, yellow jerseys, purple pants, purple numbers on the jerseys, purple face masks on the helmets. Lowell with black helmets, white jerseys, black pants, red stripes on the sleeves, and red numbers, black face masks on their helmets. So we'll see Nugent looking to drive this one downfield. He's been keeping it on the ground, kind of skipping it downfield. We'll see how the Red Devils try to return it.
Yeah, neither team has really kicked the ball deep except for the kickoff after the safety. Was the only one we've seen deep so far.
Nugent runs up. This one will float towards the 10, where the Red Devils look to return it, bringing it upfield. And Gutierrez fights towards the 27-yard line, where the Brickies are able to swarm to him. We will see the Lowell offense led by Brady Kalwinski at quarterback. At running back, it's Timothy James. Tight end, Zach Sharnke, Max Arredondo, Bo Eisen, and Gavin Gutierrez make up the receiving core. Julian Kodra, Christopher Tolley, Dylan Snide, Gavin Soto, and Cash Komorowski make up the offensive line from left to right.
Yeah, and that offensive line has done a nice job opening up a lot of holes for Kalwinski throughout this game, and more so in that second quarter than they have in the first quarter.
Kalwinski, the senior quarterback, brings his troops to the line at the left hash mark. They're at the 27. There'll be a tight end in the backfield to put James in motion to the right. It's a snap to the quarterback. He runs through the middle and is thrown down as he was looking to scurry upfield. A linebacker, I believe that was Von Jones of the Brickies, just was able to take Kalwinski and throw him down to the turf.
Yeah, Von Jones and Preston Perez, number 61, slammed him to the turf.
It was enough.
Welcome to the second half.
Yeah. It was enough for a 5-yard pickup for Kalwinski. As again, the quarterbacks for each team have really been the feature backs so far this evening. Sharnke, the tight end, in at kind of the H-back with James at running back to the right of the quarterback. Snap to Kalwinski. He takes it, but he'll be stopped in the backfield.
Josh Diaz just blitzes right in there, makes a great tackle, and gets a tackle for a loss. It looks like they're going to lose about 2 yards on the play. Big play for the Brickies.
Diaz sends him backward by 2 yards, making it third and 7 from the 30. So the Hobart defense stepping up there.
All right, dude, keep an eye on Max Arredondo running a little crossing route here. He's been one of his favorite targets down the field for Kalwinski.
3rd and 7 as the hometown fans making some noise. Cowbells in hand. James in motion to the left. Kalwinski looking left. The left-handed quarterback floats one downfield. It is incomplete, but there will be a couple of penalty markers.
At a defensive back, as the ball was thrown in the air, never turned his back or turned his head around. He just put his arms out and sort of used his body as a shield, and it looked like he made some contact. Coach Schreiber not a fan of the call.
So that'll be defensive pass interference on the defensive back. I believe that was Miles White in the coverage. Looked like he was the guilty party there.
The chain gang was already down the field thinking it was a spot foul in high school. It is a 15-yard penalty.
And will be enough for the first down. I know that all first downs in this game are brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical. They are friends in Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. You can visit them at the web at fourseasonsmechanical.org.
Hold on.
So from the 30, the ball is initially moved to the 40.
I thought it was a 15-yard penalty. Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
Yep.
The head official. Move it up. Let's go. Come on.
So they will take the ball from the 40 to the 45. Now I think we're ready to resume play. First and 10 from the Lowell 45-yard line. Kalwinski and company getting ready to work here. New set of downs for the Red Devils. 10:23 remaining in the third quarter. They'll send a tight receiver in motion from left to right. Kalwinski fakes the handoff, keeps it. He continues to step forward past midfield and will be taken down at the 48 of Hobart.
It seems like Hobart is loving the short side of the field. Anytime they got the ball and it's into the boundary, whatever side it is, they love running that way. And they motioned somebody across that bumped everybody down a little bit and went and attacked that weakness over there on the short side.
2nd and 4 for the Red Devils on the Brickies 49-yard line at the left hash mark near the hat of the Bricky logo. James in motion. He takes the handoff, looks downfield, throws a pass intended for Eisen, but it falls incomplete, so a little bit of trickery. They put James, the running back, in motion, then hand it off to him, and he loads up and throws a pass downfield. Maybe not the best grip on the ball as it kind of sliced the left of the receiver.
Looks like one of my iron shots, slicing left. Yeah, it was. He tried to throw it before I think his hands were ready. He had a receiver to the bottom here, wide open, but he chose to get the crosser going in the middle of the field.
Now, on a trick play like that, is there just one target he's intended to look for, or is he allowed to go through his progressions? And
I would assume there's one guy, and if he's not open, just throw it away.
It's 3rd and 4 from the 49. Kalwinski will keep it. He crosses midfield, but he'll get stifled by the Brickies. Not much room past the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Logan Peters right there, number 0, leads the pack and stuffs him right in the hole. A little discussion going on over there on the Lowell Red Devil sideline. 4th and 4.
Let's see if they've entered 4-down territory. That is sponsored by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists.
Yeah.
4 yards to go from the Bricky 49-yard line. They need to get to the 45 as they break the huddle. It looks like it will be the offense. Kalwinski with a pair of tight ends in the backfield. James to his right. Kalwinski takes it, follows his blockers downfield, spinning, kind of dives forward as he was on the turf. That was a physical run, gutsy run by Kalwinski.
Well, I have to say, I thought I saw his head spin around. It might have been a face mask, but no call on the play.
I think that's what Kalwinski is arguing. He has some words for the official. It will be a turnover on downs as the Brickies take over.
So, yeah, definitely was a yard short. It looks like his backside hit the ground as he was spun backwards and then hit the ground. And then as he hit, once he was uncoiled himself, he popped forward for the first down.
And Kalwinski had some words for the referee there, and that's where you want to be careful. You don't want to let the emotions get the better of you and say something that could put your team at a disadvantage. So the Brickies take over on their own 46.
Let's see what the Lowell Red Devil defense can do here. Can they respond?
Tatum in the shotgun takes the snap. There will be a penalty marker for a false start as we get ready to meet the offense of the Hobart Brickies. Alex Tatum at quarterback, Max Pickett at running back, Aiden Cash and Nathan Subchinski at tight end, Logan Peters, Stephen Miller, and Bryce Tulliver at receiver.
Offsides on Lowell. A bad couple downs here for the Red Devils.
The offensive line of Hobart, Brendan Thompson, Pacey Gomez, Tyler Gabe, Preston Perez, and Josh Diaz from left to right. So now it's 1st and 5 from the Lowell 49-yard line. 8:46 to play in the third quarter. Cash, the tight end, in motion. Tatum takes a snap. He will drive the ball forward, moves it to the 45, where then he is halted about a yard and a half short of the first down.
2nd and 1 at midfield. I'm throwing one into the end zone right here. And if they don't get it, you got 3rd and 1. Tell the quarterback, all right, if he's not open, throw it away. We'll come back and find another down. But this could be a first nail in a coffin right here if they can go one deep.
After the 4-yard pickup, they'll put Cash in motion from left to right. Tatum in the shotgun. He will fake the handoff to Pickett. He throws it to Cash, and then it slips out of his hands, incomplete. He was turning and then kind of reaching backward, and then it fell out.
And Cash was well covered on the play. I say throw it deep.
Yeah. With the way they even get it done on the ground, you kind of had the luxury of being able to take a shot.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, but if you're going to take a shot, go vertical.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tatum, lone man in the backfield, takes the handoff. He's going to drive forward. He has room through the middle. Cuts to the right, still spinning, being twirled down by the Red Devils, but he got enough for the first down and plenty more.
It was funny is the play was designed to go to the left because you had Preston Perez, the right guard, coming across the formation, and the defensive Lowell overshifted so far that a great job of Tatum reading the defense and cutting it back against the grain.
That was a Four Seasons mechanical first down for Tatum and the Brickies. They take over on the Red Devil 37-yard line. They lead 21-15 over their conference rival, Lowell. The Red Devils trying to get a stop here.
Yeah,
7.5 minutes to go.
I would say Lowell gave him a short field when they went for it on 4th down.
Tatum going on the ground again. Works along the right side. Still fighting as a penalty marker is thrown behind the play, likely holding. Tatum picked up about 10, maybe 11 yards on that carry, but those might be erased.
It looks like it's going to be coming back right at the point of attack. The head official threw the flag just as Tatum was breaking through the hole. I have to give kudos to Coach Schreiber. It's like a short sleeve shirt and a pair of shorts out there.
Yeah,
he does have a stocking cap on to keep his head warm, though.
Despite temperatures in the low 50s, high 40s, he is dressed like it's still summer camp here with the shorts on. As
each team usually has one of those coaches that wears shorts all year round.
As I could find the read in time, the game night forecast is brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. The snap to Tatum. He will take it to the right side of the line, still driving forward, taking a couple of tacklers with him, gets about 10 yards. It was 1st and 20, so he cuts that in half, or about 9 yards, it looks like.
And boy, he is running hard out there. He seems to be getting more and more momentum, mentally that, hey, wait a minute, I'm carrying the load tonight. Pickett's just my blocker. He's not a running back tonight. Yeah. He's an extra blocker for him. Pickett led him right through the hole on that particular play.
9-yard pickup as Tatum has surpassed 700 yards rushing on the season tonight. He fires one to the left side, goes to Tolliver, reels it in at the 35, and then a pair of Red Devils will force him to the sideline. Gutierrez and Eisen in on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and looks like 7 yards for the Brickies on the Red Devil 35-yard line. 6:24 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Hobart's just taking their time, particularly on this drive, walking up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback walking to the sidelines. Hey, you're in the lead, might as well snap that ball with as little time left on the play clock.
From the left hash mark, they'll hand it off to Pickett. He looks to break through, weaving from left to right, gets to the hash mark, and then upended at the 25-yard line. Max Pickett gets the Four Seasons mechanical first down.
And you said it perfectly, Leo. He weaved his way through that hole. He was going to the left, Then he gave a little stutter step and bounced it to the right, and that's when he picked up about an extra 5 yards. Perfect description, Leo.
The Brickies will get a new set of downs here from the 24 and off to Pickett. Pickett dancing forward, being held onto at the shoe by Goodall, who was just hanging on there trying to stop Pickett. As you can tell, he kind of got caught up there and then just was still able to fall forward for an extra yard, 6 yards on the ground to Pickett.
And now they're using Tatum as the draw of the defense and handing it off to Pickett.
They go to Pickett again, third time in a row. He looks to bounce past this next tackler at the 15, but he'll be slowed down. Goodall in on the tackle again.
Yeah, great job of Pickett just bouncing in the hole, bouncing left, runs the ball to the left, then bounces to the right and picks up a couple yards. It's going to be another first down.
It's a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Pickett does just enough to get a new set of downs for the Brickies. 5:22 remaining. Tatum this time takes a snap. He will carry it forward. Still working inside the 10 and fires forward.
He had a brick wall in front of him just pushing forward as the Brickies continue to just pick up chunk plays on first down, Leo.
Yeah, 9 yards for Tatum on first down there. That gives you a lot of options to work with on your second down play call. It's another snap to Tatum. He is stood up trying to push towards the end zone.
Yeah, they whistle him dead at the 1 yard line.
There was a gathering of Brickies and Red Devils, both sides of the pile, trying to send Tatum in an opposite direction, and he will be stopped.
Yeah, he just gets to that 1 yard line, and all of a sudden the pile just gets bigger and bigger, and then good job by the officials. You don't want that pile lingering on, guys piling in and pushing and shoving. That's just a recipe for somebody to get hurt, so good job by the officials blowing that play dead.
It will be a Four Seasons Mechanical first down, and it's enough for first and goal for the Brickies from the 1. Tatum in the backfield with Pickett behind him. He'll go under center, 2 tight ends protecting him. He will take the snap, leans forward, and finds his way to the end zone. Maybe not.
If he's not in the end zone, he's at the 1 inch line. The official looks like he is giving him a touchdown.
Will be a touchdown for Alex Tatum, his 12th rushing touchdown of the season. He was able to sneak forward for a yard, and the Brickies add to their lead. It will be a 27-15 advantage here in the third quarter with 3:59 remaining.
That was a pile, not a sneak.
Oh, yeah. And they will go for 2 here with the score, a bit of a wacky score with the Red Devils having 15. The percentages may favor that to go for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point lead. So Tatum will be under center, 2 tight ends behind him, 2 fullbacks behind him, and Pickett.
Wide open.
Rolls right, throws it to the end zone, connects, but there's a penalty marker as he got it to, it looks like Cash in the end zone.
Nice catch.
Or is Peters. Peters in the end zone.
Nice catch by Peters. He had to fall back into it. Well, let's see what the penalty is here.
Looks like the signal was on the Brickies. What will we have here?
Well, either be a long extra point or a long 2-play.
And now they'll rush to bring the snapper, holder, and kicker back out, so they'll go for the PAT to try to make it a 13-point lead.
Yeah, I didn't catch the initial signal on it.
I just caught who it was on. I caught it after the infraction was. There we go. Is that a hold?
So it looks like offensive pass interference.
Then we'll make it a long PAT. The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. This will be Peter Janda looking to complete the long PAT. Steps into the snap. The hold, it spirals. Just able to sneak it in at the bar. Peter Janda makes it a 28-15 lead for the Brickies. That was eventful after the touchdown from Tatum. But you are watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armour Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armour Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
Ava, let's go.
Try it on.
The shortest distance between two people is a smile. That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Strack at Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Welcome back to the Brickyard as you're watching welcome back to the coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Nugent gets ready for the kick after a lengthy PAT after the pass interference penalty was made by Janda. This goes through the air to Goodall, who will look to carry it forward. He leans and will be stood up by the Brickies and stopped near the 25. That will bring Brody Kalwinski and the Red Devil offense back onto the field.
And now it's a little bit of sense of urgency on the Lowell Red Devil offense here. They've got to pick up the tempo, get the pace going a little bit here. Now that you're down 13 points, get a good drive here. Try and punch one in somewhere around the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, and you're back in this game.
At kind of a similar point to where they found themselves in the first quarter, down by a couple of scores, but not as much time to work with here. 3:52 remaining in the third quarter on their own 27. Kalwinski in the gun, James beside him. Kalwinski will look to run it to the left side of the line. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but the Brickies were waiting for him.
And that play right there is not going to get him back into the game. They've got to do some play action, get some bootlegs, get some motion, get some guys down the field. And Hobart is really pumped up. They've got a lot of guys up in that box trying to stuff that running play. And it looks like they're going man coverage here. Secondary.
2nd and 10 for the Red Devils. They'll put James in motion to the right side of the line. And they were a little too early on that one. The receivers started breaking downfield before the ball was snapped. That is not what the Red Devils could afford.
It looked like number 8, Isom, on the side closest to us, was about 5 yards downfield. Little Canadian football going on right there, Leo.
Yeah, got the head start there, but unfortunately that will send his team backwards by 5.
And the Bricky defense can be as aggressive as it wants to be right here at this point in time. 2nd and 15.
The Red Devils on their own 22, so they got some work to do here. 3:06 left to play in the third quarter. Hobart leads 28-15 over Lowell. And no, not another one.
Yep.
The Red Devils, another false start, so it goes from 2nd and long to 2nd and longer.
Good description. Oh no, they call it on the Brickies offside.
All right.
I don't know what this guy sees the referee on this side. That's the 3rd time he's called defensive offsides.
So there'll be offsides on the Brickies, and so now it goes from 2nd and long to 2nd and less long. There we go. Keeping the theme going here. 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils from the 27.
But with all this going on, time is ticking away.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining as the Kalwinski trying to escape pressure, but the Brickies will get to him in the backfield and hammer him for a loss.
Number 61.
Preston Perez gets the sack. Kalwinski couldn't escape the pressure. They'll bring him down at the 20.
Perez, 5'8", 190 pounds, not their typical size defensive lineman, but a little fire plug in there that just got aggressive and made a big play for his team, putting them down 3rd and 17, 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Third down, the Red Devils trailing by 13, trying to make something happen with just over 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Kalwinski in the shotgun. James to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He scans the field, looks through the middle, goes to Sharkey, the tight end. He was double covered, but he makes the catch and then scurries forward to the 31. It'll be 4th down and maybe 7 yards, so maybe not quite 4-down territory. We'll see what the Red Devils do here.
Snarky does a great job of snagging that one. We had a linebacker behind him and a linebacker right in front of him. And a nice job by Brody Kalwinski on the pass.
4th and 5. The Red Devils are going to go for it. Kalwinski stepping back to pass, looking to his left. Throws one to Arredondo, who makes the catch. He gets the first down. The Red Devils found themselves in 4-down territory presented by Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville, and they will get the Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Arredondo does a great job, almost like he was boxing out for a rebound right there. Got his body between him and the defensive back that was covering him and did a great catch, cradled it in, picks up a huge first down for the Lowell Red Devils, keeps the momentum going on their side.
He makes the catch, gets to the 47-yard line, so the Red Devils approaching midfield. We'll have 2 receivers to the right. They'll motion the tight end Sharnkey to the right as well. Kalwinski hands it off to James, who was set up to his left. He stiff arms past one defender, turns the corner, and then drives the shoulder forward as he goes to the 50, takes a defender with him, takes Irvin with him. So a positive play on first down for Timothy James for 3 yards.
But again, they need bigger chunks than that, Leo.
27 seconds remaining in the quarter.
They definitely got to get off a play here before the end of the quarter. I would think you'd want to.
There's 19 seconds in the quarter, but about 3 seconds more on the play clock. So
that looks like they're going to walk it off the end of the quarter.
The Red Devils will take this one into the fourth quarter. So crunch time coming up here at the Brickyard. Through 3 quarters, it's the Brickies leading over the Red Devils 28-15 here in the sectional championship. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
On the first play of the quarter, James was trying to take things for the drive. He's able to get close to midfield as welcome back to the coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Logan Peters hit him initially right at the line of scrimmage, then James was able to pick up a few yards, and then Peters came back and made the tackle 3 yards downfield.
3rd and 6 for the Red Devils. 2 receivers to the right. Kalwinski takes a snap. He does not have a lot of room to work with as the Brickies quickly get to him for the stop at the line. This will bring up 4th down. He's able to get a yard.
3rd and 6, you're running that play. You're down 2 scores.
Things were a little congested at the line as
there's stuff in the box. They've got 8 guys up in the box. They're going man coverage over the top. You've got to be throwing the ball down the field on 3rd down.
It's 4th down, and the Red Devils have entered 4-down territory, brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.org.
They only got 10 seconds left on the play clock. They got to hurry up.
4th and 5 from the 48-yard line. Kalwinski in the gun. He gets the Brickies to jump. He goes to the hard count, and there was movement on the right side by a linebacker and an end.
Yeah, with 2 seconds left on the play clock, Hobart jumps offsides.
So just enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
We also got a play of the game, too, right, Leo?
Yes, that will. You can stay with us after the game. We'll name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a union ironworker. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils from the Brickies 43-yard line. Kalwinski in the gun. James to his left. He's looking to pass in the pocket. There's pressure. The Brickies try to get to him, and he just throws it away. The Brickies want intentional grounding as he was in the pocket and just kind of spiked it forward.
A lot of pressure in there.
Yeah.
To me, it almost looked like he underhand passed it. But could that have been a fumble? I mean,
yeah. It was like he was going with that sidearm arm slot maybe,
yes,
and just keeping it low to avoid somebody swatting it out of his hand. But the Bricky fans do not agree with the call as the incompletion.
Should be 2nd down and 10.
It makes it 2nd and 10. Again, Eric Schreiber lively on the sideline, letting the referees know what he thought of that one.
I'm sure it wasn't pleasantries he was exchanging out there.
Kalwinski in the gun, James to his right. He's put in motion to the right. Kalwinski will take it and look to bounce it to the left. He turns the corner, gets to the 40, and then is forced out of bounds by the Brickies. So a slight pickup on 2nd down to make it 3rd and manageable.
Again, even though Kalwinski didn't have much time on the last time he threw, now you got it a little bit 3rd down and a little bit more manageable. 3rd and about 6, 7, the way they marked it. Yeah, 3rd and 7. A little bit more manageable, but they got to throw the ball down the field.
3rd and 7 from the 40. It's getting loud here at the Brickyard.
Yes, it is.
Heavy formation for the Red Devils. 2 fullbacks and a running back. Kalwinski under center, hands it off to James, but the Brickies will swarm to him and stop him at the line.
That would not be my 3rd down and 7 play.
Yeah, we were saying we want to see the teams go under center earlier in the game. Not maybe in that situation,
well,
as it brings up 4th down.
Go to a power backfield, 2 tight ends, under center. To me, I would run a play action out of that. Get that tight end running deep down the field on a flag pattern.
So they've entered 4-down territory, brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville. Kalwinski in the gun, 4th and 6 from the 39. James to his left, 2 receivers to the left, and 1 to the right. The left-handed quarterback looks downfield, sends one, and it's intercepted! Subchinski with the interception, takes it to the 40, the 45. He is twisted out of bounds at the 50. Nathan Subchinski with his 2nd interception of the game will return it to midfield, and the hometown fans are loving this one.
Yeah, it looked like Gavin Gutierrez running the crossing route, and the defensive back just jumped the route, did a great job, waited until that ball was in the air, cut right in front of the receiver, and made the big interception for the Brickies.
So a couple of turnovers, 1 interception at the last play of the first half, and then 1 in crunch time in the 4th quarter for the Bricky defense. 9:07 remaining in the 4th. Hobart leads 28-15, and they'll take over at the midfield at the right hash mark, right near the boot of the Bricky logo. Tatum in the shotgun. Pickett to his left. 2 receivers split out left as well. They'll hand it off to Pickett. He hands it off to Cash, pitches it
wide
back
open
to Tatum. Tatum heaves it downfield. He has Tolliver wide open, and he drops it. He drops it. He had Tolliver wide open, and it was a
flea flicker extraordinaire.
Pickett hands it off to Cash, who then pitches it backward. They had been building to that all night, showing that double handoff on film, but then added the pitch backwards, and then Tatum, who took a hit as he threw it, let one fly downfield.
Yeah, just sort of threw it up, saying, okay, Tolliver, you're so wide open, it's a punt, just catch it and turn and run. It looks like he had to spin all the way back around his body to make the catch, and then I think he thought he already had the ball and was starting to run.
On second down, they hand it off to Pickett. He breaks past one defender, gets to the 40, stutter step at the 35, gets stood up and forced backward into the sideline.
Which he didn't want to do. He did not want to go out of bounds, but he did.
Arredondo forces him out of bounds, but it's enough for a Four Seasons mechanical first down. 11 yards on the ground for Max Pickett. Moves the Brickies to the Red Devil 37-yard line. Stops time with 8 minutes and 50 seconds. It's another handoff to Pickett. He works to the right side of the line. Keeps driving forward. A trio of Red Devils take him down. He'll be close to the first down marker. It looks like maybe 8 yards for Pickett.
Yeah. And the offensive line right now for Hobart, we talked about it earlier, how they dominated in New Prairie. Now all of a sudden they're starting to dominate here in this game.
2nd and 1, the Red Devils need a stop as the Brickies split 2 receivers to the left side.
Hobart's going to burn some time here on that play clock, probably get it down to under 7-8 seconds before they snap the ball. They're just sort of lounging around out there.
Yeah, 13 seconds to get the snap here. Under 10 seconds now, just over 8 minutes remaining. They will have, it'll be a keeper to Tatum. He walks down the right hash mark, still going as he breaks a tackle and then squeaks forward. He lost one of his shoes as well. So we'll see what the Brickies do with Tatum needing to fix his equipment. So he'll have to step off the field, or we play with.
Well, you just,
one shoe.
You take the play clock all the way down to 1 and then call a timeout if he needs to be out there. It looks like he put his shoe back on, and
I think he's got one shoe on.
One shoe, yeah, yes, he does.
So you don't see that every day as Tatum's staying in.
So you better. I would be focused on Pickett getting the ball on this play.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes to go. 1st and 10 from the 11. It's a direct snap to Tatum. He takes it, walking his way to the end zone, shakes off one defender. Tatum, another touchdown. The Brickies add to their lead. One shoe, no problem for Tatum.
Alex Tatum going to get a shoe contract out of that.
34-15 in the Brickies lead. They add another one here in the fourth quarter, making the Red Devils and their hopes dwindle even smaller to try to work a comeback. Waiting the extra point from Janda. Snap, the hold from Miller. The kick goes through the uprights. It's now a 35-15 lead. The Brickies ahead by 20. With 7:23 remaining in the fourth quarter, you're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction right here on the Region Sports Network. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Alex Tatum adds another rushing touchdown for the Brickies. We saw him go with the sneak and the push earlier in the half. Then this time he was able to take it 11 yards for the touchdown. on that one for his second rushing touchdown of the night. 7:23 remaining in the quarter. Nugent lets one fly on this kickoff all the way towards the goal line, and it's dropped by Gutierrez. He scoops it back up and then will just slide down to bring the Red Devil offense back on the field. They have some work to do, trailing by 20 with 7:17 remaining in the fourth quarter, and their season on the line.
Just seems like right now Lowell's their worst enemy. They seem to, a couple bad snaps. A fumble right there, a pick six, so they're shooting themselves in the foot right here.
The interception by Subchinski, taking it to the 50, set up for a good field position for the Brickies, and they capitalized on it with the touchdown from Tatum. Kalwinski in the shotgun with James to his left, two receivers to the right. Kalwinski loads up and fires to Gutierrez, who was leaning to his right to try to catch up to that pass, but it goes incomplete. He had to reach at a difficult angle to get to it and just couldn't quite complete the catch.
Yeah, a little bit behind him, and they're pressing themselves a little bit. Hey, get some momentum going and get some first downs, and they'll be fine. Third down and 10 going to be, or second down and 10. I'm sorry.
7:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. Kalwinski in the gun. The snap, looking right, sends one downfield, and it is caught. Pass complete.
Number 2
to Vasco. Was able to kind of high point that one and bring it in.
Yeah, Vasco had a defensive back draped all over him and was still able to keep the ball, pull it down, and bury it into his stomach.
He gets the Four Seasons mechanical first down, moves the Red Devils to their own 32. Trying to drive downfield. Kalwinski in the pocket, escaping some pressure, rolling to his right, still keeping the eyes downfield, turns the corner, gets past the line and picks up a yard or two on the scramble.
And the clock stops with 6:42. Lowell's got to really focus on getting that ball down the field.
So a 1 yard pickup for Kalwinski. Breaks the huddle with his team. Getting them to the line. Two receivers will split out to the left side of the line. The Arredondo and Eisen. And Gutierrez to the right side of the line. Kalwinski stepping back. Goes downfield to Sharkey, who is then wrestled down by Irvin.
And it looks like they're going to call a shot to the head.
Yeah, Sharkey was airborne, and then Irvin just kind of almost clotheslined him and brought him down while he was kind of not in a position to defend himself there. And Sharkey is still down, being attended to by the trainers.
Yeah, definitely tough to tell. We sort of are his back to us here up in the booth. It looks like, it looked like he just, got hit right around the neck area, head area.
And then it didn't help that then he was off his feet too, so he couldn't really land well either.
It landed right on the back of his head.
So Sharnke will be attended to as we are in the fourth quarter here. 6:35 remaining. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step towards your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright the right way to buy and sell real estate.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust.
You're watching coverage of the Indiana High School Football State Tournament on the Region Sports Network, presented by Armour Construction. For roofing, siding, gutters, and more, call Armour Construction, 219-987-2023. So Sharnke is helped off the field, and the penalty will move the Red Devils forward into Bricky territory to the 32. Sharnke was able to walk off the field, so that was good to see.
Yes.
And
it looked like he landed on the back of his head. Yeah. Sort of caught in a defenseless position as he caught that ball going across the middle. They're going to start the clock before the snap with 6:30 and ticking away.
Kalwinski in the gun, puts James in motion to the left. He's looking left side. Lets it fly high in the air. James goes back, gets to it at the 35, and then steps forward for 3 more yards. Taken down by Tolliver and White. Or by Subchinski and White for a good pickup through the air. It's enough or will it be enough?
Yes. No, they're going to mark him 1 yard short.
It was almost enough for a first down. It was 9 yards for James.
Yeah, Kalwinski there floated that ball out there.
Yeah, James had to go back, get to it, and was able to step forward for a couple more yards. Kalwinski in the shotgun, passing, escaping pressure, rolling to his left, and then throws one low near the ankles of Goodall, who couldn't quite, play it there.
I think he was just throwing that one away. Let's come back. He was well covered, a lot of pressure on him.
3rd and 1 for Kalwinski and the Red Devils.
Yeah, get the first down here. Even though, this might be a good spot to chuck one down the field here and then come back, and if you don't get it on 4th down.
33-yard line. Kalwinski with James to his left, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 on the short side to the left. In the pocket, Kalwinski sends one in the air, twirls it to Arredondo, makes the catch, steps forward, hot foots it to the 30, and then Sobchinski wrestles him down. It's enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Nice job. Kalwinski's got to get that ball out there a little bit quicker. It's interesting. These officials have started the clock several times without the chain crew being set yet.
1st and 10 from the 28. Kalwinski looking left. Sends one to Arredondo, but Miller separates them from the ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, great job, Miller's timing that one out and popped him right as the ball arrived. Nice throw, nice pattern. Just great defense right there by the Brickies.
And Miller steps up from his safety position and connects with Arredondo to break that one up. 2nd and 10 now, 5:29 remaining in the 4th quarter. Arredondo awaiting the snap in the shotgun. Stepping back in the pocket, looking right, floats one downfield in the man coverage. Arredondo will leap up and get it. He goes over a defender, takes it down inside the 4. Arredondo was well covered by Tolliver.
Tolliver on the coverage. Nice coverage right there. Both of them. I think it was he just high-pointed that one and got his mitts on it first and was able to control it as it came down, even though Tolliver was in his pocket trying to steal that one.
He's able to get the Four Seasons Mechanical first down as there is a timeout. You can stay with Region Sports after the game as we will send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio. It's the sectional championship weekend. It is an eventful time.
Yes, it
all
is.
Over the region as we start to get a look at how the playoff picture is shaping up. And the Strack & Van Til scoreboard updates are courtesy of your neighborhood Strack & Van Til Food Market. Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store.
And I think this one really of high interest for this game is South Bend St. Joe Huskies on the road beat Mishawaka Cavemen 13-7. So the reason I said that St. Joe Huskies on the road is because if Hobart wins, since they are home tonight, then they would go on the road to South Bend St. Joe.
So that's a big update for both fan bases of this game right now. The Brickies trying to take care of business, leading 35-15 with 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, but the Red Devils threatening being able to work this one to first and goal.
Could this come down to be like the Bears game this past weekend?
You never know.
20 points scored in under the last 2 minutes of the game.
It was anything but routine down the stretch.
And especially for the Bears to win.
Two fullbacks join James in the backfield. It's a handoff to James. He will drive forward, goes tumbling at the 1. Was he stopped?
Looks like he's inside the 1 yard line.
So he'll be stopped at the 1. Second and goal. About a yard to go for the Red Devils. They will mix things around here. 2 tight ends, or 4 tight ends really, and a running back. Play action. Kalwinski rolling back, but he runs out of room. The Brickies get to him at the 10 for the sack. Miles White wrestles him down for a loss.
And no like play action flip or anything out of Kalwinski. It just straight bootlegs away from everybody. And Hobart seemingly was in the huddle on that particular play and sacks him for a big loss. So it looks like they're going to be at the 10-yard line. Oh, I got to say, just stay with the ground game. Punch it in there. You're at that 1 yard line.
It's now third and goal from the 10. It was a 9-yard loss for the Red Devils. Now Kalwinski's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's looking left. Sends one downfield behind his man, Eisen. He has to spin past 1 defender, but then 2 more Brickies step up and take him down. White, Subchinski, and Miller all team up for the tackle there.
And Hobart blitzed pretty much everything, including the kitchen sink on that one. They had 2 linebackers along with the 4 down linemen rushing the quarterback, and Kalwinski was able to get the ball off.
4th and goal from the 5. They've entered 4-down territory. That's presented by Four Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville. Kalwinski in the shotgun, stepping back, throws one to his right, and he'll be stopped at the 1. He gets it to Vasco, but then Miles White steps up and prevents him from entering the end zone.
Great job by Miles White. They ran a crossing pattern that inside receiver was running the outside receiver was running the slant pattern, and White just read it perfectly, waited until the ball was thrown, comes up and pops him right at the 1 yard line. Again, back where they were on 2nd down and 1. They should have ran the ball on 2nd down.
Denies him entrance to the end zone. The Brickies will take over on their own 1 yard line with 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. The Red Devils have all 3 timeouts left to work with, so things could get interesting as the Brickies will load things up here. A pair of linemen in the backfield with Pickett. Tatum under center. They're going to go with the Eagles play with that push forward.
Looks like that was that.
So we'll see who those extra helpers are in the backfield. I believe one of them was
Aiden Cash in the backfield?
Yeah, I think one of them was Cash, and then the extra might have had a number in the 60s. So I think they brought in a heavier reinforcements than your traditional tight end.
Well, you know, it's all about getting that weight moving forward.
They will go to a...
You're going to look out of that left eye there, Leo?
Yep.
66, is that Diaz?
Diaz in the backfield. Yep, Diaz and Cash as they hand it off to Pickett this time. He will boogie forward, getting into more manageable territory towards the 10, towards the 9, I think, but short of a 10. And there will be a timeout as there's an injured Lowell player. Stops things with 2:34 remaining in the 4th quarter with Hobart leading 35-15. As the injured player is up, but
I think Lowell called a timeout.
Okay, so you're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armour Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armour Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2025 Indiana High School Football State Tournament, presented by Armour Construction right here on the Ragin' Sports Network. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Brickies from their own 8-yard line, 2:34 left to play, as they look to try to extend this drive and continue to work time low for the Red Devils and try to thwart their comeback attempts. So Diaz and Cash in the backfield, Pickett behind them. It'll be a handoff to Pickett. The blockers lead the way. Pickett goes forward, and he will get enough for the Four Seasons Mechanical first down. The Brickies continue to advance downfield, moving it to the 13. So 2:20 left to play, and Hobart being patient with time on their side here.
19 seconds on the play clock. They can let this melt down to as close to 1 as they possibly can.
Again, that heavy formation, Cash and Diaz in as
that's heavy
fullbacks, and Tatum will keep it, follows their lead, goes downfield, and then maybe picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3 or 4. Make it 2nd at 7 for the Brickies, as they're just.
I mean, you got Diaz 255, and then you got Peters at 225. So, almost 500 pounds going in front of you. I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, that's a good path to follow, whether it be Tatum or Pickett as the ball carrier.
The only time you don't want to follow those guys is when you're in the cafeteria, trying to fill up your plate. At the all-you-can-eat buffet, the buffet line, that's what I was trying to make up.
Yeah, it might look like a scene out of Animal House as he goes downfield. Tatum takes the snap and takes it for a few additional yards, getting close to the first down. And there will be a timeout on the field. And we will get ready for the post-game. As a reminder that at the conclusion of tonight's game, we will name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, Crowell Companies, the business professionals.
Anyway, I think we got a blue-collar player.
That's right, too. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. 2nd and 2 for the Brickies, and again, the final award will be, after the game, we'll name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a union ironworker.
We got a bevy of plays, Leo, to try and figure out which one's going to be the play of the game.
That'll be a tough one, as there was so much in the first half, and then the second half has been more methodical from both teams.
Yeah, there's only been 2 scores in the second half.
2nd and 2, it's a direct snap to Pickett. He has room to work, going down the right side, crosses the 35 towards the 40, where he's eventually upended.
Game over
by Vasco, and that will be enough for the Brickies. They pick up another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, as the home fans getting that much closer, anticipating the sectional championship victory against a team that came into the Brickyard. It was the first time Lowell beat Hobart here at the Brickyard since 2017. First time beating Hobart since 2021.
And you can see Coach Schreiber on the sidelines waving his hands up and down, trying to get the crowd fired up here in the last 28 seconds of the game.
Victory formation, and the Brickies have done it.
Yes, they
They
have.
get revenge against the Red Devils, defeating them 35-15. They are your sectional 17 champions.
Oh, and Coach Schreiber gets the bath.
They dump the bucket of water on Eric Schreiber as they get ready for the handshake line now. So for Lowell, their season ends with a record of 9-3. Hobart, they improve to 10-2. And their path to Indianapolis continues. They'll face South Bend St. Joseph next week. So a big win for the Brickies in front of their home fans.
They'll be traveling out to South Bend. Have to fight with that time zone change.
Yeah. It'll be a big one for the Brickies as they continue to move down forward across the further into the bracket.
Yeah.
We will.
And the Bricky faithful still here in the stands.
It was a spirited crowd.
Good turnout here for both sides. Bleachers, stands, whatever, were filled up pretty nicely.
They were treated to a good game here
between
they were. These two teams. So we will step aside. When we come back, we'll put a bow on this one, hand out some hardware, and wrap things up. You're watching the IHSAA Football State Tournament presented by Armour Construction on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Agency in Hobart has been providing needed services to families of Northwest Indiana. Since opening their doors in Hobart in 1967, Bud Agency has been providing sound advice to their clients. When you stop in, Dave, Bob, and Mike, along with a friendly and skilled staff, will treat you with personal attention. Located at 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart, Bud Agency is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Give them a call at 942-1028. Bud Agency, your local trusted source for quality service.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
You're watching coverage of the Indiana High School Football State Tournament on the Region Sports Network presented by Armour Construction. Armour Construction for roofing, siding, gutters, and more. Call Armour Construction 219-987-2023. So Hobart being handed the hardware for their sectional championship win over Lowell. So we will hand out some hardware of our own as well. It's time to name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game tonight was...
We're going to go with Alex Tatum. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. So through him, the Hobart offense went for 4 touchdowns right there. He threw his first touchdown pass to Bryce Tolliver with 22 yards. That catch came at 10:46 in the first quarter, and then another 20-yard pass to Bryce Tolliver for 20 yards, and that came at 33 seconds left in the half, and that sort of tilted the field towards Hobart going into halftime because they were up 14-0, and then next thing you know you're down 15-14, and then all of a sudden Hobart gets some life, takes the ball down the field, and scores a touchdown, like I said, with 33 seconds left. So great job by Alex Tatum. Alex Tatum was the only person to score in the second half with 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 of 1 yard and 1 of 12 yards.
And so they were able to score 2, you mentioned that, 21 unanswered points to take the lead right back from the Red Devils. Now let's name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org.
And we're going to go with Brody Kalinski. He, first off, he's going to be the first guy in the hot ice tub tomorrow because he physically got hammered by this Hobart defense. He had the blunt of carries tonight, not only blunt of hits, but blunt of carries tonight. They sort of used Timothy James as their sort of play action. They would fake to James, and Kalinski was probably had, I'd have to say, if not over 100 yards, close to 100 yards rushing and over 75 yards passing on the night. So he had a great game. And like I said, he had the one pass to Zach Snarky with 29 yards, and that came at 10:36 in the second quarter. And that put the Lowell Red Devils down 14-8 after the safety. So he was an integral part in this game, and like I said, he's gonna feel it tomorrow morning. He may not feel it tonight, but tomorrow morning he's going to wake up pretty banged up.
Now it's time to name the proud-to-be Union play of the game presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a Union Ironworker. Let's see it here.
Okay, so you got to preface this one, Leo. By Alex Tatum on the previous play loses his shoe, runs back out, and then hit it. He gets the snap right here, as you see it. Boom, he gets it, leads the play with one shoe, dances 12 yards in on a shoe and a sock. I got to say, he's up for a shoe contract on whatever company's shoe he had on that one. Hey, if I can't do it with two shoes, I'll do it even better with one shoe. But a great job right there by Alex Tatum, 12-yard run. That came at 7:32 in the fourth quarter. That was the last score of the game, and that put the final nail in the coffin for the Brickies' victory.
And that was tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game presented by Ironworkers Local 395 Union Strong. So the Hobart Brickies defeat the Lowell Red Devils 35-15. They'll advance to play South Bend St. Joseph next week. A big thank you to everyone involved with this evening's broadcast. To our management team at Region Sports, Chris Ramirez, Rich Castillo, Heather Ames, Zach Miller, and Mike DeWan. To my broadcast partner, Jay Simmons. To our crew, Joe Henrich doing a great job producing. Martin Murillo capturing all the action, including we see the Brickies run up to ring the bell for their win this evening. The coaches, Casey McKim of Lowell, Eric Schreiber of Hobart, and the athletic directors, Patty McCormick and Mike Black. To all of our viewers at the IHSAA Champions Network, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, YouTube/Region Sports, and RegionSports.com. This is Leo Staudaher thanking you for watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.